77! It's finally 77 edition of SOS! Woo! I am Kraken Mayor, joined by Genie7. Genie, how you doing tonight?
Seven. I'm doing good. More sevens, the better.
Yes, it's finally SOS 77. I've been waiting for years.
It's
and
true.
We're starting with a good one.
Oh yeah, we are. We are definitely starting off on a good one. Gigi wasn't, and the Grillers. These two teams are two. I think this is gonna be an even match. On paper, it looks even. Maybe a little bit inside of the Grillers though.
Yeah, I think they are seated next to each other. That's why we're starting this one because
well, that makes sense.
The SOS staff, they go through and seat everybody, and then they break them up into groups, right? And of course, the A group. This is A group for anyone that goes and looks at the Battlefy. That should have the 16th and the 17th seed, I think, number-wise, if I'm doing that right. So I think these are the 16th and 17th seeds overall. Off the top of my head, I may be wrong on that. So in theory, this should be one of the closest matches in the entire tournament happening right here. And these are both household names. And the Grillers having their new person, Reborn, out here.
Yeah. Reborn getting signed to a contract extension after signing with like a player's contract just to do some players tryout. Don't know if there's any tokens going back or any of those tickets used by Crushy Sean going the other way. But I think it's a really good pickup at the. Do we have a trade deadline, or is that just baseball?
Yeah, I mean, there's it's at the trade deadline.
Yeah, right before the tournament.
Totally, yeah, right. It's been a little bit long in the tournament, but yeah, definitely. You're right here at the trade deadline before the end of Splat 2, as we're going to Splat 3 here in about a month. Genie.
Lots of trades are going to go down then. It's insane. Looking at the calendar, and I see an 8 in front of it, knowing that 9/9 is like the day.
And while we're waiting here, I think we talk about something that's happening on 9/9. Cough, vapor.
Oh,
let's see that 9/9. Riptide, September 9th through the 11th. Splat 3.
Ohio gang.
Ohio gang. Hey, right in my neck of the woods.
Woo!
I'm legally required to do that.
Yeah, I knew you were legally obligated to respond to that from somebody that's from Ontario. Ontario and Canada, not in the United States of America. I can know the lingo to say what you have to say and respond to. And if I was somebody on the other end, if you were from Michigan, we'd have another story. I would get my head cut off through the mic.
Yeah, you would have. But the fun fact is, I'm going to a different Big Ten school actually. So.
Oh.
Go to a different one, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So yeah, Riptide, September 9th through the 11th, ITO for that IPL tournament. So if you can't go, make sure to watch that right here. We're gonna have Splat 3 day 1, and then we have Splat 2 Saturday, Sunday. So you have 2 different kinds of Splatoon going on here. You have other different events and things going on. So yeah, Riptide is going to be a fun one this year. It happened to run when Splat 3 is going down. It's going to give us TOs a headache, but at the same time, it's just exciting to say it's day 1. We are having a LAN for Splat 3. That probably won't get replicated ever again in Splat.
Maybe if it does, it'll be insane because it'll be like, we'll be at the height of like Super Smash Brothers, where Nintendo like runs a tournament on the day of. But then again, yeah, I don't know. That's like an invitational kind of thing. I remember they did that with Smash for the 3DS. That was kind of weird though.
All right, though, let's go ahead and look at the maps that we have here for Swimmer Sync 77. Woo, 77! Again, we are going to have Gigi Wasn't and the Grillers, and they're going to be starting off on Splat Zones the Reef. Genie, what do you think are the most important parts of this map mode?
Bridge. And the zone. You can't forget objective is the only way you can win the game. If you don't paint the objective, you lose the game. That is Splat Zones. But besides the zone being the most important part of Splat Zones, the reef, the bridge.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the bridge is single-handedly, especially in this mode. I think the only exception on the reef really is Rainmaker, that in TC to an extent, right? They both, at the same time, you need bridge for the beginning part to really start.
Bridge, you need it. You need it to start tower control. You need it. Checkpoint 2, you have to have, if somebody flanks long range and just like shoots you from the tower, that's a really nice crossfire. But Rainmaker is like not important. Cars is the main battleground.
Yeah, that map, but still in Clan Blitz zones, and obviously even in those two, it is the most important position by far in zones and Clan Blitz. If you do not control that location, you are going to lose the game. Pending you have some really good play in just surviving the people controlling bridge.
if you don't control bridge, then you have to control car and spot zones. But then you eventually just have to go to bridge to cap zone. It's just the high ground. It's the story of the high ground.
It's so good. It's such a good high ground. It allows you to flank from multiple directions. It allows you to just hop off of it. And you know, with this 2 zones, unfortunately, that this map has, since it's redo, you know, they're 2 tiny zones. They're very easy to cap.
They are.
Somebody like an Explosher can sit on the other side of bridge and actually cap without being pretty vulnerable. So controlling that bridge will keep an Explosher or some sort of other backline. You know, I think Heavy, Ballpoint, all of those can do it as well. Kind of shoot over that wall and down into the zone with Fall Off.
Yes, they're very, very good. Bombs are good here. Machine. Ken's Machine has a special spot here because Splashdown is known as a meme special. But when you jump from the top ropes, if there's no one else up there, your K shots and your 52 gals, they can't shoot it. So that Splashdown is going to land, and it will do that more painted radius. So it actually has a little bit of a really good strength of actually wanting to have Splashdown on this map mode at times.
Yeah, this is a really good one for that. As a Vink player myself, I have executed that many, many times. And it doesn't look like we're going to have a Splashdown in this one, which is kind of understandable because of how bad it kind of is. But some different picks, you know, as Debbie, I kind of highlight a little bit, Debbie can be a Hydra player, and they are going to bring out, well, they almost exclusively are a Hydra player, and they're going to play as a custom, and we see some dually sculptures, something I haven't seen myself personally in a little while, but I know they still exist in quite high numbers.
They exist, and they are still quite strong. On this map, that double missile spam can be quite disgusting. With that, the dodge rolls coming out of those dually sculptures can be so disgusting and get across that bridge as well so quickly. As we see, GG wasn't with this early cap and the 3-up advantage at the moment as well.
3-up advantage, they're going to go ahead and you can see they had control of that bridge, and that's really what set them up. You know, Isabel's still just saying up there, this is not the one that plays Tetris. We have multiple Isabels in this community. This one being the backline.
Oh, Debbie! No! Oh, but 4K! Debbie, she's not feeling it today! Uh-oh.
We love you, Debbie, but we caught you in 4K. Sorry about that. Reborn here trying to find out something. They're trying to build up missiles. Almost at the missiles. They do also have bubbles ready with that forge. Something we failed to highlight there. I thought it was just a regular probe, but seeing it now, it is a forge. Not something you see very often. They're getting down here the final 10 ticks, Genie. I don't think they really have too much of a shot. Really good boxing
that
out.
That bubble has to pop. That's their only shot here. If that bubble doesn't pop, they don't win the game. Oh, Smiley Face gets 2! Huge clutch. And the Zap is going to paint the zone as well. Oh.
Last second pushes coming in clutch here by the Grillers, staying alive. They're going to lose it quickly, but a 74-point penalty on the GG wasn't. That's such a huge penalty to go through. But, of course, in their first push, they got more than enough points to KO with that. And you can see another member going down. These right flanks have not been successful by the Grillers. I believe that was Repo in there that got shot down.
Yeah, I believe it is as well. We're going to see this Forge Pro trying to dodge his missiles. These double missiles are so disgusting. And we see maybe go down on that Hydra in the back along with the three members. And that's a full wipe against the Grillers. Those missiles just make it so the Hydra can't do anything at all.
Look at those point sensors in spawn. That means they can't even go anywhere without being their team noticing that. Here's Bohemian coming around from the backside trying to get something together. Armor's coming out here, just 3 seconds on the clock. And that won't be enough to neutral. Those bubbles did not pop in time. So GG wasn't. Pretty strong first game here, Genie. Not something we quite expected. We expected this one to be really close, but hey, one game doesn't mean everything.
I do. One thing I didn't really say during the feed there was the double sculpture comp with that junior gal against the Hydra. Your Hydra can't do anything unless you cap zone. So it's a 3v4 scenario every time you attack zone. And you're not even getting too much of the Hydra's armors because those two squelchers can just pop out those missiles. And missiles for a lot of backline weapons that are slow really hate it, and the Hydra even more so than E-Leader. You just can't do anything because you're most dangerous with full charge, and you can't be in missiles and hold your full charge. So I felt like if the Grillers got first cap there and held bridge control, this game would have been 100% different. But I felt like this was always going to be more of a landslide depending on who gets first cap.
Yeah, good point. I think those missiles are going to continue. It's pretty well known that Devi usually plays Hydra. So knowing that they're going to play Hydra, you kind of play that counter play. That being the missiles are a really good option. I think GG took that into thought. All right, we eliminate one player right there. That basically makes it a 3v4 for a good chunk of the match. Every time missiles is coming down, Devi's got to be like, oh, well, I got to skedaddle. And and as we talked about how crucial certain positions are, and in backlines, there's only a few locations on the reef. So really well done there by GG wasn't keeping Devi back and pinning him down multiple times. But we're going to another map here.
Looking forward to Tower Control Anchovy. Definitely want to see Isabel back on that Jet Squelcher. Jet Squelcher, just as a backline player, I think it's just so good on this map. And I know even just going back in time, there was a member of a clan that I was in who you probably would know by the name of Astro Kraken. Taught me how broken this weapon was, that Jet Sculpture was on Anchovy, and I started playing it back in 2018. Yes, we're in 2022, and that, well, like,
yeah,
at first, that was when missiles were a complete meme of a joke.
Yeah, we recognize missiles were still a little bit weaker. They had some nice things to them, but that was before they got buffed so many times, right?
But Anchovy on this map was always a good spot, always a good pick for it.
Yeah, basically, since the one where the really early on one where it wasn't so slow, if you play Salmon Run, you see how slow missiles were because the Salmonids special weapons didn't get upgraded. But we are going to see that pro again here from Smiley Face, aka Cookie. The angry face they've been
Can I refer to them as Cookie, or do we have to refer to them as
No, we're referring to them as Angry Face. That's clearly what they want us to
yeah. Oh yeah, because we don't know that they're the real name. They're just some pickup that they found on the street. That's right.
Yeah.
Late signing.
Yeah, late signing. Going with the GG wasn't gonna drop one to the Angry Face. The raid coming out here from the Grillers backline. We did see them drop off Hydra. They understand that those missiles were quite a problem. Gonna have to go with the faster backline in the heavy, and the Stingray also fantastic for objective. So that's why we see both teams, for that matter, running that Stingray.
Stingray's good here.
Really good, both on the plat. It's such a narrow area, and there's multiple nice checkpoints for those rays to come out.
It's hard though for the played against missiles, but I feel the burst bomb coming out of the jet here can be so nice just to chip off town. And I'm happy that Devi knows which heavy, vanilla heavy, is superior and the only one you're allowed to use.
Yeah, the hero version, the best version, the only version that matters.
The only version you can see it's actually a competitive advantage. You can see a reflection of opposing people and your own teammates in it if you look at it. I'm not joking. I've killed somebody doing that.
All right, we see bombs away though coming from the Grillers. One member going down, another one getting their armor broken off. Cookie gonna survive that, getting one pick with their Angry Face, taunting the opponent as they kill them. We do see the Ray coming out on the objective, gonna keep them off the checkpoint, which is huge there. I mean, we kind of highlighted it, what Ray could do, and they just showed it right there.
Yeah. So first checkpoint is like, you don't think about, I think this is gonna be big bubbles right here. Gets one, looking for two, but the Ray's gonna come in. Can this get more? Angry Face does not have enough to paint it, and they're also gonna go down before they can land that third and crucial shot. This is gonna be great.
Three members went down, Genie. Everyone but Debbie went down, which means this is going to be a big push because they can get control of Plat if they move a little bit faster. GG wasn't. It's got to move a little faster to get control of Plat. They're still in a good enough position to get the checkpoint, but they're definitely not going to checkpoint 2 if they can't get up on Plat. Finally, they have a member on Plat.
They have members on... They didn't have members on Plat, but they invested, I believe, all 4 specials to get that Plat. And the Grillers weren't even able to get on it. This push still keeps going.
2 members on the wall going to get missiles. They're going to have to fall back a little bit. One of those being Debbie on that wall, trying to build up their Ray. They are really close to Ray. Expect that to come out here almost any moment. maybe after this armor has expired. Reborn trying to get one, going for that backline, unable to do so this time around. They're going to try to support that Ray, though, pushing up, but the Inkjet from Insane, I believe their name is, not going to get any picks, but keep Reborn off the checkpoint.
Huge
and it will
checkpoint.
be a successful checkpoint for GG Wasn't.
The missiles and those double suction bombs on either side of the tower not coming out soon enough. They did get some cleanup frags just to try and push back the member of GG Wasn't. But letting that checkpoint slide, it's so detrimental, especially in tower control.
The big thing is that push ended, but only one member went down of GG Wasn't. That means they're still controlling mid here, and they can manage to get another pick of Grillers. So right now, they can just kind of keep tower forward, but not pushing hard until they get their specials back, like that, you know, that Inkjet unable to get anything, but putting more pressure to keep all the members of Grillers back. And now with these missiles, that's going to be a big scattering since they were so close together.
They're all so close together, giving up so much of that space for that tower. The missiles, and the counter missiles and Ray combo coming out, only able to find one, but forcing everybody off of that plat and that tower area. This Nautilus still wants more.
And again, one member went down of GG Wasn't. They're just staying alive. I mean, that's huge. Staying alive is almost better than even getting picks to an extent, right? Because 100%. You keep pressure on your opponent. If your teammates are down, it's better for you to stay 2 up than it is to make it a 2v0 or something like that. You know?
This is why Splatoon 3 needs to have that the death counter back.
Oh, definitely. The death counter is huge.
Whoa, speaking of death counter, that's a triple. Grillers are going to have a nice little push here.
We were just giving you props, GG Wasn't. Good job by the Grillers, though. Able to get those picks with the bubbles, and I believe Reborn came in there and shot one themselves. Look, another double missile here. Ray coming out. They're going to push back all of GG Wasn't into the corner. Another member going down, though, of the Grillers. And with those bubbles, can they get more picks? No!
They needed those kills. They got 2 specials. They couldn't get anything with that. So little time. Devi has to go super mode here. Along with Angry Face. Angry Face not able to get it. Devi not able to be close enough to the tower. I don't think they're going to be on it.
Oh no! They're Reborn just getting denied from getting on the tower. I don't think they were going to survive. That member of GG Wasn't anyway, but it was worthwhile a worthwhile effort here, and that was a much better game 2 here from both teams. Nice close match. Only a solid 12 points. Sorry, 8 points. I can't even math. Maybe I can math.
But that's an entire checkpoint.
It's 12. But still, 12 points is not too bad there. It's basically just, you're right, on each side of the second checkpoint. It was either one person didn't even quite reach it and one team just got through it. Yeah. And but we still have game 3 here, Genie. It is play all for anyone that has never been a part of SOS. So we are going to see a game 3 in this third game. This game 3 still can be a decider of who goes on to the next round, right? So if all of the scores are tied, and the Gorillas can win this, they might have the tiebreakers over GG Wasn't and whoever else would be tied in that situation. So every game does matter, as much as it doesn't feel like it should, and most times it admittedly doesn't, but there are those times it has genuinely made the difference between what team moves on. And we've had a situation where everyone went 2-1 one time.
Oh my.
Or sorry, 3 teams went 2-1, and that was a whole and everyone everyone tied in a 3-way. That was a whole shebang.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard. I always tell people, like, when you're down in a situation like this, like first game of the tournament, you need to take some momentum in the second game. If you take a momentum in the second game, that third game, even if it's like against like the number 1 seed, which there's the number 1 seed in this pool, in Pool A, take that momentum. Momentum is the most dangerous weapon in any video game. It is, you start making better plays, cleaner decisions, comms are clear, the vibe is good, you all believe. So going 3-0 is difficult, but getting that 2-1, it feels good if you're the team that took that one game at the end. And also just tiebreakers, you never know. You never ever know. And it's the time when it's like, oh, if we had just picked up one more point here or there. Like, you look back at a season, no matter how long it could be, or even if it's just a single tournament like today, it comes down to those little moments when you can dig just that extra little bit deeper. And especially because they're on stream, we want a good match.
Yeah, of course we want a good match. You're definitely right on that. But you're very much right that momentum, as much as, you know, esports, right? They are a lot more of a mental sport compared to a physical sport, right? You have, things like American football, non-American football, basketball, baseball, whatever you want to throw in there, hockey.
Wow.
All those are a lot more physical. Of course, there's mental aspects to it, right? But they're a little bit of both. While with video games, to an extent, right, you still have to have those skills and things. But I would say it's more of a mental sport. Something like bowling as well, chess. Those are all a lot more mental. While something like those sports I mentioned would be physical.
Have a mental, like just the mental capacity. Even Shaq, one of the top 10 basketball players of all time, says he could never play esports because it's just too mentally tough for him to even consider. And he was a really good basketball.
Except for the free throw line.
Okay, we don't. Whoa! Roasted and toasted. Man's never gonna play Splatoon now.
Looking back at this, we have a squeezer, so counter bubbles here from GG is gonna be a thing. Not if they die like they just did. That was 3 members down of GG wasn't. The Gorilla's gonna push up that top left as fast as possible. 2 members still down of GG wasn't. Bubbles coming out from Angry Face. This is they should have not popped it. They still gonna have more points out of that, I think. But hey, 32 points is a really solid early push. Yeah. We talked about that mind game being so huge. A big push early on really messes with the mind of the opponents.
It messes with you so hard. It's like, okay, but this is gonna be tough to come back. Especially those 30s on this map. Oh, beautiful raid by Isabel. Doing so much damage, not able to get the finishing kill, but their teammates able to. I believe they just
Hey, there is a thing as tactical suicide in Splatoon. You do respawn faster. If you are pinned in a position that you are guaranteed to die, let's say a suction bomb is right in front of you, jumping off the map, it means a faster respawn in most cases than if you just died to the suction bomb. So jumping off that map is tactically advantageous at certain positions.
It definitely is, especially if you have like a charging special, like Baller or Stingray, because you get to keep more as we see the Grillers are going to be put on the defensive with this raid. It helps you keep your special actually longer than if you pop it and all your team dies. It is quite strong.
Pop gonna go in favor of GG wasn't not gonna get anything out of that, but it does put a lot of paint down for them. But not gonna get anything out of it when 3 members of the Grillers are just gunning down that location. Most likely here, I think that Rainmaker is going to reset. We do see some members of GG wasn't trying to come off the Grillers' left side and kind of splitting them up right now. And I think if GG wasn't pushed up, they could take advantage of it. But for now, they're gonna play really patient, even though they have the numbers advantage.
Those bubbles were big, but I'm surprised that those hitboxes weren't able to connect fully. As again, Angry Face not super happy with how those bubbles weren't able to find the finishes that they wanted to.
They're definitely not happy right now. Those bubbles have been right there, just not connecting enough. I think they've been doing a lot of chip damage, but the opponents just haven't been damaged enough for that to get those kills. Reborn trying to get behind him, or sorry, that was Bohemian here. Or Boshin, sorry, I can't read here today. But trying to get behind, able to do some damage, their teammates taking him down, but GG wasn't having control of this pit. Is huge, keeps any member of the Grillers off the snipe, and that is such an advantageous position. And Debbie went down, Genie.
That was a tight position. Luck. Oh, the Rainmaker just gets snatched up back to mid by I guess it was Judd that sent it back. I don't really know who sent it back to the middle of the map, but GG wasn't had a good opportunity to go in there, but nobody decided to grab objective. I thought I saw Debbie throw a sprinkler into the Rainmaker. Never mind. But we're going to see.
They did. There was a sprinkler there, and sprinklers are really good. As someone that's played Aerospray, getting a sprinkler there helps a lot in a pop. And if it can get underneath the shield, it's unbreakable at that position.
Here's the thing. I thought that they threw it into the Rainmaker and let it go to waste. But then Spectator Cam lag did the thing.
We love Spectator Cam. It gives you some
fun. No, Spectator Cam! Right on cue.
We love you, Spectator Cam. 3 members of the Grillers, though, going to sit in that top left wall. 1 drop down there to snipe. Isabel sitting up there, using their advantageous position. Gonna get pushed down. Good play here by the NZAC, keeping them back. Gonna get pincered, though. Able to take down 1. Can they turn around and get 2? Shop gonna say, no, I'm gonna stay alive. But hey, 1 is good. It's better than none. Look at this paint, though. Flipping really quickly to the Grillers. Grillers having just 25 seconds to have to hold the lead.
Being in an advantage of having a four members up against 3 gives you a better odds of winning that fight opposed to a 3v2. It's just a little bit of a slight fact, but we're gonna see if GG Wasn't can close this out in a 3-out. Like, Grillers do have some specials. They have good specials for this defense. It's gonna be difficult with this Ray. When will Debbie want to pop this stuff? They need to have some members in position to get there. GG Wasn't with their 10 missiles going out. The Rainmaker clock is ticking down. Debbie pops this Ray. The GG Ray is coming out. Not quite able to find the Rainmaker due to the fact all of mid is still painted. GG Wasn't. Those bubbles coming out, getting one huge pick, but the Rainmaker is storming it down. Just Debbie. Can Debbie stop this? It's going to be so tight. No, it's a full wipe. Can the Rainmaker get there in time? And they do. GG Wasn't coming up with a 3-0.
The GG, it wasn't the GG Ray.
It was GG, yeah, GG Wasn't Ray. It's so difficult though. Like, I've been in that position. You don't know that position. You're the brush that goes in flanks and kills the Rainmaker.
I've held the Rainmaker. I mean, that's why people call me Fish. You've heard people call me Fish because I used to carry the Rainmaker all the time.
Yeah,
so I know exactly. I exactly know how that is to hold that Rainmaker in that position. But the good thing, what I want to point out for those that have been in that position, their team, they played patiently and made sure there was tons of paint around the Rainmaker. So the Rainmaker went up and down the ramp. They could move into the pit. They could move back or forward. They had all sorts of area to move there. So when that Ray popped out, Ray is kind of slow to maneuver around, especially at about half the map at that point, right?
But especially it does no damage anymore. It doesn't do any damage from that range.
So the big thing, it was going through a wall as well. Yeah. So that kills a lot of the damage.
It's narrow, and because of its mid-range distance. Like, at close range, the thing shreds you. It still shreds you like it did back in the old days.
Ye old days.
Ye old days. But that mid-range, with so much area to paint, like, for the Rainmaker just to swim around, it was so difficult. Because you need, in that scenario as the heavy, you need somebody to, like, do a little bit of damage. You're pretty much guaranteed with a Ray, especially a player at Debbie's caliber, to get 80% damage done to that Inkling who's holding the Rainmaker. But you can't get 100% most of those times, just due to the fact of how fast it can swim around.
Yeah, I mean, that was the key, though. They were just very smart about it. They stayed back. They played patiently. And then as soon as they had that opening, they rushed it forward with the bubbles. They popped missiles before the Ray, but they had missiles that kind of scattered everybody. That's what slowed down the position, allowed them to get that paint. Then they pushed up with the bubbles. They got those picks. And then as soon as they had the opening, they held forward. They were very quick about it when they noticed they had the opening. So good job by GG Wasn't here. Those last two were really close, Genie. That's what we were expecting out of that. Unfortunately for the Grillers, both of them went GG Wasn't way. And it ends up being a 3-0 in favor of them. But hey, I was very entertained. I think both of those matches or all three of those games were very nice to watch.
Yeah, they were. They definitely were. And yeah.
All right, I think
you want to stay in here, or do you want to go to a break?
Yeah, let's just go. We already got our next match ready, which is
perfect.
Sosig, fan club, and we got a lot of clubs today here. got some crochet fans here as well. So hey, we got a lot of fans. Hey, good
okay, I love that. I love Sosig fan clubs thing
with the Gordon Ramsay.
Oh my goodness.
We got Tone here, a shooter player on Sosig fan club. I think Sylveon is a support player, off the top of my head. So some players we've seen here on SOS many a times here making a pickup to come play with us. Always glad to see them here in SOS 77!
77.
And of course some veterans here from Crochet Club too.
Oh,
Gem,
yeah.
Art, Radish, and Bradley. All people we have seen many a times as well, Genie.
Yeah, I still remember playing against some of the people on Crochet Club. That's been a long time. That's been a while.
Years ago.
77 years ago. Woo! Let's go.
We're almost at the to the new one. The timer's about to reset, Genie, in a month.
Oh my gosh! Wait, you guys are gonna reset it?
No, the timer of like the new how long the game's been out. Sorry, my apologies.
Oh yeah.
No. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep the SOS counter going, which is sad because I don't get to scream 77 anymore.
We could get there. We could get there.
Oh,
177.
Right. Yeah, 177. It'll happen. It'll happen eventually. The first map mode that we're gonna have, Genie, is gonna be Clam Blitz on Macomart.
Yeah.
Where do you want to highlight on this one? What's important?
Baskets. Baskets are important. Mid is important. I don't like this map is such a chaotic mess at times. It's just like it's so short. Make sure your team has clams and pray that somebody gets a double kill, and then just run to basket because respawns are fast. Clams spawn in the middle. You want to make sure you have mid. If you have half of mid, good job, because you'll get the other half of mid as soon as you kill 2 or 3 players.
Yeah, I mean, mid's super important to control. That's something that a lot of people don't do well in Clam Blitz, I believe, is just be chill, be slow about pushing in. Because you control mid, you control the objective effectively. You control the clam economy. So you just take your time, push in, and then when you get those picks, or you find that opening that you have that you can go push in with your 30, 40 clams that you may be holding at that point, that's when you've got to go. You see right now that Crochet fan club is doing their best to just kind of hold mid, hold that left from the other fan club's perspective, the opponent's side. And you see they finally see that opening. They got a couple picks, and they're going to go ahead and push for it. And again, multiple go down, Genie.
Multiple go down, and they did get a lot of clams in there. They're going to get this at least down past, I want to say could get this easily past 50. Bradley coming out with that blobber. I almost forgot the weapon. Skep would have yelled at me. Oh, the blobber at close range getting it done, and Artemis on that splatling showing exactly why I remember. So good with that thing, showing the range and its capabilities on this map.
Just want to point out they have 80 points on the board, and make that more, make it down to 86 points scored. There's more clams there. Artemis, go for it. Artemis, get the points. Are they gonna get the 100-0? No!
Radish still had some points, but the junior didn't want to go too aggressively. I guess I want to say they only lost Artemis. That's it. So Radish staying alive there with Bradley in mid here. Sosig can get a little bit in, but like you can see how far back they're still practically in spawn.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Crochet Fan Club has had control of this map. They're finally starting to lose it to the Sosig. Sosig coming from multiple directions, Cone on the backline this time. So I guess they're not playing if either the different person I'm remembering or they're playing backlines now. They're playing the Jet Squelcher here, just staying back, playing smart, finally getting picks, slowly pushing up, getting the missiles out. They're doing what you need to do on Clam Blitz. Just play it slow, get their clam number up. You can see they have 15 in that top left corner. And Tone just playing smart.
They got 2 eliminations there. That is good. But they need some more clams. They get Artemis as well, and that's gonna be. We'll have to watch out for the junior. But Radish able to keep them back. Those bomb spam just enough to keep the members of Sosig Fan Club at bay and in mid.
Yeah, keep him back, and now the mid is gonna swap back to the Bradley is so aggressive with this blob. We've seen them in the opponent spawn during the push, and now they're the front lines. This blob is the front line. Don't let anybody else tell me otherwise. I won't be convinced that any of the other weapons in the front line. Bradley is the front line. But the smart plays here, both teams just kind of playing neutral, trying to feel each other out a little bit more, feel out who's going to control mid for the long term. But I think right now Sosig's got to play a little bit aggressively. You're in such a position, I think just going for some riskiness is worth it. But you're going to get punished here by Crochet, apparently.
Yeah, and this should be the game. Crochet Club just coming out, and they just tied up Sosig Fan Club so heavily in that first opening push, in that first minute 30. It felt over. But this map is, because it can be so explosive, it can sometimes go either way, but it just, Crochet Fan Club didn't let it slip away. As soon as they got another time to push in, they just snatched it up.
Yeah, I mean, but we saw in the last set that one team looked dominant game 1, and then the next 2 games were really close. So I'm kind of hoping that happens here with these 2 clubs going head to head on Inkblot zones, which is kind of a completely different style to an extent, right?
Yeah, it is.
Right?
No, it is explosive, but it feels like it's double the size from where the spawns are. Even though the map size, just how Splat Zone's where the map spawns, it's like Macomart was really. It feels like a big map when you play Turf War because it spawns where your spawn is where the Rainmaker pedestal is. But nobody ever realizes that because in all the competitive modes, the respawn is it a kettle or is it an espresso machine? What is it now? It used to be a kettle. It's a coffee maker. It's a coffee maker. That's right. Espresso machine is game 3.
Espresso machine game 3.
Yes. The respawn coffee maker is they're so much closer in that mode, so it feels like a tiny map. But Zone's Inkblot and just Inkblot in general, it's always in the same spot. It makes the map so long, so you can't really pushes are so much more as soon as you get 4 down, a wipe here means so much more than a wipe on Macomart.
That's so true. And that top area is so much more devastating than any position on Macomart. So Tone, for example, with that backline, if they can get up on that top mid, they have complete control of the middle area, other than the complete sides, and really kind of control of the opponent's plat, at least the front of it. You can't really push up to the front of it without taking cover from someone like Tone that might be on that Jet Squelcher. Imagine a sniper rifle there, a heavy Hydra, any of those kind of weaponry that can just sit there. They're going to beam the front of the opponent's plat. That top mid is such an important position. I think it's probably the most important position on this map mode to control, mostly to keep the opponent out of it more than necessarily control it yourself. It's nice to control and it's useful, but it's only when their opponent is really being super aggressive. Of course, controlling the opponent's plat is what keeps them from even having a chance of being aggressive, though. Yeah. And that's the second key position on this map. We're going to see how well both these teams are going to be able to do it. If the team comp that Crochet had, it definitely isn't the most aggressive, but a tent is definitely going to help in switching over to a shooter there for Bradley instead of the Bloblobber holding forward. At least it'll be a K-shot this time.
I think they needed it going with tent E-Litter. Jemmy on that tent. Interesting pick. I love to play tent, but I don't know if this is exactly the... Radish, excuse me, you're playing junior. Apparently it's got a support tag on it, but that doesn't mean you have to be a support player and do nothing. Great job.
Got it. They'll make other juniors really proud. Those I'm trying to remember how what Lily calls them. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get yelled at for that. The aggressive juniors, what we call them, the battle juniors. That's what it is. The battle junior coming out from Radish, and right now 50 points already gone in favor of Crochet Club. Bomb rush coming out, but counter missile is gonna make that bomb rush less effective.
They only have realistically one pushback in here because of how far the respawns are and how low this timer has gotten to. Silva needs to get back, needs to get into the zone and start painting it. They need to paint the zone. They died to the mine. Oh no, the mine kill. That could be tight. Because Sosig Fan Club, they don't have too many members left. The Ink Storm coming out. Charger going down, but they have to have the K-shot. They have to get into the zone right here and right now. I don't think the missiles are good.
Jumping out. No, Gritty, you gotta go for it. Oh,
that was like one push. That was 1.5 push of a map.
That is the bad side of this map. It could just do that.
you think, oh yeah, we've got 50 seconds left. Then you realize 10 ticks are gone. Then at 30, they start pushing in and they lose 2 members. They neutralize it at about 28. And then, we got one more push, let's jump out. Realizing that with 8 ticks left on the clock, if you jump out, there's no shot that you can hit anything that touches zone. Maybe if you 10 a missile from spawn, and there's 4 on zone, you can get it quarter neutralized. You can't even do that.
You're landing as the timer expires.
Yeah, it's under 10 years, no shot.
Unfortunately, they just had to go for it, and I think they were if they had more time on the clock, that was smart. I to not diss them, right? Mm-hmm. It was a smart play to stay alive if they had more time on the clock. Unfortunately, there was unfortunately just awareness.
Too many mistakes before that. And especially Jemmy and Artemis, and especially that Radish going off in the early game there. That's just good. We didn't even talk about like the rare pickup of the 10 or the E-liter. Like E-liter, yeah, it gets picked on this map here and there, but like it's not common. Like,
the game was over before we could say anything, Genie. I don't know what else to say. At least with tower control, we're going to be a little bit longer than that Zones game. It can go quick, but not as quick as Zones will go. Yeah. We do get to see that E-liter back. Hey, Artemis.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like the E-liter pick here, going for the comfort pick. You got the series not locked up in a 3-0, but you got the series locked up. I don't know if they won their first. Oh, nice shot.
Artemis is absolutely popping people again, Genie.
Yeah. Bradley somehow makes it out away from that Ray. Does get the confirmation that there's 3 Bond. That is beautiful comms that they can send back over to their team, and Bradley's going to go aggressive with this. Smart decision to
Yeah, back up, be smart, be alive. You have control of the opponent's snipe, which is a crucial thing. We didn't even get to talk about this map mode before we were going through it. I mean, we were just talking about how well that Crochet fan club played. And holding that snipe is crucial because that is basically 2 checkpoints that you have a fighting chance at getting just by controlling one location of this map, which is 2 of 3 of the checkpoints, the last one being right before the end of the game. Sylvie gonna go ahead and go down, but take one down with them. E-liter of Artemis doing lots of damage. Not gonna go ahead and keep the push going for now, but at least, hey, they already got to the second checkpoint in the first minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah. I just want to ask you, Brush Man, what do you think about Jemmy on this brush? Do you think it's a good pick on this tower control map?
This one's a tough one, right? Because tall tower maps are the worst for brushing, especially in particular ink brushes, right? Because they just have the T-Rex arms. They can't hit anything above like 2 feet ahead of them. So it's a little bit tough on these tall tower maps like this one. But of course, you know, the mines are nice. You can see the baller.
Jemmy's just going insane here. You're giving a brush rundown. Jemmy's just like, okay. Kraken's just talking about the brush
rundown. Here's an.
Still alive!
Jemmy! Good work there, Bradley, to support your team member. Jemmy coming in back behind. They see Artemis is getting destroyed in the background. Well, I shouldn't say destroyed, but it did in 2v1. But Jemmy and Bradley are going to come try to clean up that last one. Bradley able to do so. But yeah, Brush, not the greatest on this, but hey, you can make it work. I usually like to go Thunder on this one just because the mines on the sniper are just so huge in tower, right? But honestly, you can play Brush on any map mode, really. You just have to know how to move around the things, which is just kind of run around. Jemmy showed you how to play it. I don't have to say anything more on this map mode.
Did you say Thunder? Is that vanilla undercover?
Yep, I sure do.
Oh my gosh.
You should know I play weird things, Genie. You've known me for a long time.
I know you're gonna play. Oh, yes. I've seen it. Yeah.
Bradley pushing up, getting another one. There's another one there too. Bradley could go for it, but they're gonna go ahead and do the one riding tower for a little bit. I think they're gonna jump up on Snipe there. So they're gonna sit with Radish. You know, how you doing, Radish? I hope you have a good time. While the other two are frantically trying to splat people in the background. Jemmy able to get one. Bradley gonna go down though, 1 for 1. Gonna try to push towards his second checkpoint again. It does look like that Bradley went down though, trying to get onto that snipe, and it will be a push down for now from Crochet. It's gonna be kind of a stalemate situation at the 2-ish minute remaining mark.
Yes. Oh no, Sylv's running out of ink at the worst possible time. Sosig fan club, I don't know, they need a miracle at this point. They have not, this match has not looked close too much. Oh, and that's exactly what they need. That is exactly what they need to get back in this map. They can finally get points on the board. That's 3. Are you gonna go for it? Go for the Twitter clip? Nah, smart. Smart. I would've gone for it. You're down 0-2. You're down 0-2 in the series.
Well, they need someone riding tower, so that was a smart play. They said, I'm going to play objective, which is more important than that pick at that point. So, right play there by Sylvie. I say they made the right decision, Genie. You know, it's funny.
But you're on stream.
Bradley getting 2, though, going to deny the lead. Bradley going to get beaten by the Ray from Tone. Tone just trying to get another one, playing smart, holding that position. Artemis is going to aim them down and able to get that, Genie. And now this game is kind of flipped back in favor of Crochet Fan Club as they're going to get tons of paint down.
Yes. I do have to say Sosig Fan Club, they made the right decision to stay on so made the right decision to stick on tower because now they have that checkpoint gone, and they actually have a chance in this map due to the fact that Crochet Fan Club has only barely reached the second checkpoint. So the match is still on anyone's, like, still up for grabs. Except Bradley can just say no with a good old sharking flank for 1. Can they get 2? Good. No, they're gonna back out.
Life's more important here. I agree with that decision. Smart play. Life is more important with just a few seconds left. They went 1 for 1. They're gonna force the opponent to push up with little paint to maneuver in. They're gonna go down 2. This should be a swarm and a 3-0 for Crochet Fan Club. Confirmed there, Genie.
Yeah, that was a good confirmation at that last little bit from Crochet Fan Club. Not to get too panicked and too chaotic, but the middle of the map was so chaotic, just in the side of Crochet Fan Club. Just, I would say weaving, but it's crocheting is not weaving, so.
Yeah, both of these teams, by the way, were coming into this match 0-1. So Crochet Fan Club gonna go 1-1, while 6-0 Fan Club gonna go ahead and fall to that 0-2, Genie. Got that word in what this score or the last round was. So, hey, you know what? It's not over for sosig Fan Club. No matter where they place in this, they're gonna move on to the second half of this tournament, which will be after the next round, which will be our top cut, of course. Everybody moves on to a bracket, which is the fun part of SOS. This is why, in my opinion, SOS is one of the best tournaments we have right now. Yep. You just get so much practice, of course, right? Sosig is they're playing most likely 3 teams better than them. You get the experience of playing somebody better than you. But then the second half is really what matters most for you all, right? You get the experience of playing teams that are better than you. Then you can go in, bam, all right, now I'm playing teams that are closer to me, in theory at least, right? You know, it's not always perfect because you never know who's going to sign up. But in general, you're going to play a lot better teams, and that second half of the tournament should be a lot closer. You get a lot more value out of those matches.
And you get a lot of good games, and no matter what bracket you finish in, it's just I don't know, good to get more playing experience in. I find there's so many teams that, like, they used to sign up and just kind of, like, sit around and do leagues. But they don't have too many of those teams left anymore. But so it's nice to see teams, you know, just get out there and play some tournaments. It's oftentimes hard, but in this, I don't know, summertime's weird. People could be on holiday, do different things. Oh, we're going into our next game. Round 3.
Vapor, our lovely producer, is yelling in our ear and telling us to shut up and start talking about the next match already, because both of us can ramble on forever.
What do you mean? Last time we had a conversation, the tournament ended at 10:45, and we totally didn't talk till 12:15 in the morning. No,
we totally didn't do that 2 weeks ago. That's not how we are. No. But we have Duck in Cover, which has the goose with the gun, and then the Cat Milkers with the cat in suit. I love honestly these teams getting creative.
I'm honestly gonna go out there on a limb and say it. In my opinion, of me being in Splatoon since 2015, have never seen 2 icons going head to head better. I've seen icons that are better, like team icons that are definitely better and more thought out and cooler. But 2 going head to head, because half the time people just have default nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think we already had that to an extent, but I mean, you know, you just named some that are better that I can think of, like Rising Waves, just animated. It's fucking awesome. But
these are these are just 2 meme awesome ones.
They're
like
meme,
ones that
great.
People actually designed. Those are different. It's in a different. But like 2 meme ones. I've never seen any 2 this good.
Yeah, these are 2 of the best ones. Rising Waves animated, fantastic. A couple other ones that I could name here from the tournament alone, but these are great. Mimi, love them. And we're going to a pretty kind of Mimi map with at least a Mimi mode with Rainmaker on Snapper Canal.
I wouldn't call it Mimi. I definitely wouldn't. I would actually call it one of the. I know I have the advantage of wanting to play Tenebrella and like rangy weapons to say that I like this one, and I feel like it's competitively balanced. But
yeah, I would agree. It's probably one of the more balanced Rainmaker modes.
It's not like
maps,
it's not like Piranha Pit Rainmaker. That thing is like
I love that map. It's good. I mean, it's long, it's obnoxious, but it's just fun.
But the thing is, it's like for me, it's Stingray Simulator because I play Stingray.
That's true.
I don't play anything else. I just play Stingray the game. So it's everyone hates me for it because I don't play main weapon. It's also just Missile City now. I don't know. I feel like this one's more competitively balanced. It's a long map with high ground for the defenders, but it actually feels more competitively balanced instead of having 2 conveyor belts.
You're correct, and in those positions, right? You can take those positions as somebody on the offensive side. You can go take those pieces. You can go take snipe. You can go take the overlook on the left side, right? When you take control of it, you're going to be at big points, and so it just controlled that important choke point. I mean, just like any Rainmaker, you can kind of put it that that simple. But this one is like, all right, those are your 2 points you're trying to control. If you control that, you're going to get a lot of points on the board, and it's going to be tough for the opponent to beat. But at the same time, the defenders have a pretty good shot to control those. There's multiple angles the team on offense can push. So I'm excited to see how each of these teams are going to go about it, Jimmy.
I have to give a slight update about the standings. CATMILKERS is the team at 2-0. They built Knights of the Round Table, who is a pretty high-seeded team in this tournament. They're the 3rd seed overall. So for CATMILKERS not only just take 1 game, but take 2 and take the set against them, this is...
Wait a minute. So Knights of the Round Table, wait a minute. That's some bias on the seeding team. I'm just kidding. I didn't look at the seed, everybody on there, but Roundy is one of the people that can seed. I don't think they did tonight, so I'm not gonna. I'm joking about the bias thing. I didn't think they were involved.
Why? Is your name Head Org Head or something like that?
I'm just being funny here, guys. I don't have anything serious. On
the commissioner has spoken.
We're taking an appeal on this one, Genie. It's going to my desk.
All right. I don't know. We've got all the time to talk about this. Cause sitting here, absolutely nothing but trying to make themselves set up for a nice push. That's really unfair. We have enough time. Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Rapid Pro and Rainmaker. Tower Control. I've seen it. SWAT zones, yeah, it's there. Clown Blitz, you must be a Rapid Pro main. But Rainmaker, especially the one without Toxic Mist, that is rare.
Pro is nice. Honestly, I have been playing it a lot. That's been the secret thing that I don't mind saying because it's not a super secret. That TZS has been pulling out recently. We have played out some X-Flow Rapid Pro. I played the other one personally. I prefer that one over this one. But nonetheless, it's really good and it's gaining a lot more popularity. I think we saw some in Super Jump as well a couple weeks ago. So
it's a high skill. It's a high skill weapon. It's a very high skill weapon. If you understand its range and you can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to pick up this weapon for a quick second," as that push does get stopped by ducking cover. You can't just pick it up and say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do well with it." You have to actually put effort and time and understand the weapon, where you can even have a little bit of impact with it. So you have to really understand it. So that is something that I am.
Brush survived that missile? Okay, they just tanked a missile. Good job, Brush. Got the defense up like this is flat 1. Swampy going for 1. Able to get 1. Not gonna get 2. The Rapid and Sleepy gonna get that direct. Hey, TZS has scrimmed this team, or I think Sleepy and 2 or 3 of the members of CATMILKERS because they're from Nap Time, and we've had some fun playing against these guys, and we've seen them do this sort of stuff before. Sleepy can definitely do
direct them into a splash wall, true zero to death combo. Excuse me, dial a splash wall in a tournament on stream. Oh no.
We're absolutely not something you're seeing every day. As a Brush player, I can admit I have died to a wall a few times trying to hold 4 on somebody, and it pops open on my face.
But, I have a clip on my old.
2 in the corner.
They jumped out. I have a clip of killing you with a splash wall on my old Switch.
Thanks, Jamie. Thanks for the.
I bopped you and somebody else off into the water because you guys tried to come out on Manta Maria across the side, and I bopped you guys off with the splash.
All right, well, that's going on Twitter.com later because Genie wants to be like, this is the thing I talked about on stream. Thanks, Genie.
If I can find it.
Rainmaker pushing up here on their left side. 3 members gonna be missiled on top of each other. We got Keep I'm not sure how to say that, but hey, they're trying to hold forward. Not going to be successful this time. Sneck says, no, Tri-Slosher is great against people going up walls. Thank you. Have a good day. Going to push up here with the rain. Not maybe the best angle for the rain, going to help clear up that top point. Oh, yes, 1 point meme, Genie.
1 point meme, and realistically, we've got only under a minute left. So even I've been talking this entire game, because 52 is not a good push on this map. Just gonna be straight up on it. It is not good. Because of where the good holding spots are. But with 40 seconds left and 52 and 53 being the points on the clock, that can actually be a winning push here.
I'm surprised if I would have bet money on that less than 50 points scored would be a potential winning push and probably going to be a winning push.
I would have taken.
I would have
taken the over. Oh yeah. Oh, the again! Savage! Absolute savage! Bobby with a tenor missile! Oh! Splash wall! This is why I love Splash Wall. Splash Wall is the best sub in the game. I love you.
Oh, this is going to be a fight for the last few seconds. That's going to be multiple down for duck and cover. CATMILKERS are going to win by 1 point with 48 scored. 48 scored on this map, Genie. What a defensive stance by both teams, honestly.
We need to build a wall. Sleepy built a wall twice to stop the Rainmaker in its tracks. Oh my god.
We're gonna build a wall, the best wall on Snapper Canal.
Oh, we're gonna make him pay for it as well. Block him out.
We're gonna make the ducks pay for the wall.
Ducks pay for the wall. We can't let the ducks can fly over the wall, but we're gonna build a wall.
They're gonna try to cover behind the wall, but we're gonna cover behind the wall. Oh, Genie!
I'm so happy he's gone. I'm so happy he's gone.
Let's not get too political here. Clam Blitz Humpback Pump Track. Woo!
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm wooing. I'm just excited for Clam Blitz. It's really a fun map.
You're
77. Yes.
Let's go save 77.
How to make Kraken Mare go crazy? Just say 77.
Let's go up to Kraken on go Riptide. Everyone sign up for Riptide right now. Go up to Kraken and say, hold up, let me get real close here. 77.
77!
And then you get Kraken just goes nuts. I had to pull up like a little stopper on my mic just to do that. Oh, that's gonna be clipped.
So, Clam Blitz Humpback Pump Track. What do you have to highlight on this map mode here, Genie? What do you think are most important?
I hate it. It's stupid. It's bad.
Wow.
I don't like it. There's these I can hold an area, and then these stupid brush players and their stupid mobility just come run around and throw clams in my basket.
Zoom.
Why? Why am I so mad? I've lost 6 different months of top 500 on the last 3 days of the month to this map mode combination.
It do be like that. This one though. It's all about holding that top, basically the top mid. You know, any Clam Blitz map is about controlling the middle area because you control the clam economy. This one is one of those ones similar to Reef that is it's a very nice high position, and when you control it, you have a lot of area you're shooting down upon.
But it's not wide enough for him. The personal vendettas around are gone. It is a very good short-range map that can snowball extremely quickly. Similar to what we saw in Makomar, with how fast this can snowball. And its choke point where the clams, start throwing the clams in, is so much smaller.
I would say this map can snowball and is faster than Makomar. And has a better top area to defend and hold than compared to Makomar. I honestly, it exemplifies what is best about Clam Blitz and how to play it. I think better than really most other map modes.
Ooh, the try going down, that's gonna be difficult.
CATMILKERS.
Sleepy with these big bubbles are gonna do damage, but they're not gonna be able to get anything past 80. Yeah, their team got a little bit more clams. 71, I guess that's better than 80, but then again, we really don't know what a good push is. We said, oh yeah, 52 is gonna totally not gonna win the game, and that did. So
with the way these two teams are there, that could be enough to really be a win. I think it's gonna come down to one push on this one, like one big push, or that. That's what it's gonna be. That's gonna be the difference. I don't think either of these teams are really gonna get in any like multiple pushes. Sleepy here with the rest of their team trying to push on that right side, unable to do so. 2 down on the side of duck and cover, make that 3 down the side of duck and cover. CATMILKERS might go, they're gonna get another one in, and it's gonna be a big push with that
double dunk coming in here for sure. Down to 39. There is gonna be duck and cover having a kitty as well available for them to grab it. Sleepy's still up here in the spawn. This is a dangerous scenario for duck and cover. Sleepy's still here. The points are going in. How is Sleepy still alive? Just dancing around the top of the... Excuse me, Sleepy! The team wasn't able to capitalize on any of that stuff, unfortunately.
They did capitalize on it. They got multiple of those claims, and they just couldn't get more and more in, right? Those members of duck and cover that were on the ledge, kind of just avoiding Sleepy as much as they could, were also getting picks on the other members of CATMILKERS. So they played smart. It ended up working out. They said, all right, Sleepy doesn't have clams. Let's get the people that have clams. Splat wall, pushing Snack off the wall.
That was good. I was gonna say there's 34 clams available for duck and cover, so if they could have won that fight, they stole 20 clams, and they did break the goal down to 60. So if they can get these 22 clams into the basket safely, they can easily take lead back, and they've got a 2-member advantage kind of with the respawn. So and that's another one. This is good. This is so good for them for duck and cover to get back in. They've got 1 clam in. They've got 2 clams in. Can Brush get the remainder of these clams in to get them even that little bit closer? Just dipping, dodging, and weaving. Going down though. So tight. Just 1 point. They got it. Ooh, duck and cover. Can they keep this push up? No. But 19. That is good. They needed that so badly.
Just want to point this out here, Genie. Both of these teams have scored more than they did in Rainmaker in Climb Blitz. Not something you can say very often.
Also, the fact that it was a Rainmaker map, which pretty much guarantees that you get to the 30 if you just hold.
Yeah. So both of these teams putting up lots of defense in that last game, but Sleepy with the rest of their team going to push up multiple members down of the side of duck and cover. This will be the lead, and that's another
bonus the power clam.
They had a second one come in too.
Where did it come from?
You can see it hit. That was weird. I looked back at it and I caught a little bit of the replay on my other screen here because I have the stream up. The ball counted before the ball hit.
Yeah,
that's why we saw that second ball come in and it got absorbed. I think at least I think it was. I think that was a little bit of latency moment on Spec Cam, but hey, wow, CATMILKERS just came out of nowhere with a big push, multiple clams. They kind of played it smart there. I kind of was watching their clam counter go up, right? But then they also got a good spawn. There was, I think, 4 clams that spawned in the bunker, and that is a huge advantage for the members of CATMILKERS. If you get some lucky spawns, you can get a lot of clams out of that map.
So this is going outside of the thing, going to the bracket kind of side. CATMILKERS have officially locked up top spot, and we will be seeing them later on in the tournament in the Great White division. Yep, I know my pools. Yep.
There's only been like 77 of these, with like 57 of them having the same format, Genie.
I watched the Great White division. It's just the other ones I don't remember what order they're in. Lantern's lowest, right? Or is it Mako?
Yeah, it should be Great White, Hammerhead, Mako, Lantern.
I looked back on it. It was 34. I entered with Jigglypoggers and got second in Hammerhead.
So you were the second highest bracket. You were so effectively you were 2 places out of the bottom position of Great White. Effectively, right?
Yeah.
Effectively is what you end up as, which is okay. That's good, right? And this is why I love that.
We lost to Penguit, Hexen, and Gamer and Keo.
Wow, I'm surprised they were in Hammerhead. I want to point that out. So
they weren't in Hammerhead. They were in our pool.
Oh, okay. I was like,
they were in
wow,
our pool.
I thought that.
So we made Hammerhead pretty decently. Yeah. That match was really good for us though, because when we went up against Ghost Gaming at Genesis, we had like, oh yeah, these are the big boys. We're swimming with the big fishes right now. Like we locked in and actually took a good game off Ghost, which was actually made us move on to Redemption with a higher seed because of our one tiebreaker taking it off Ghost.
By the way,
one game tiebreaker.
Piranha Pit showing up just for you, Gene. You miss Piranha Pit? I mean, it's not Rainmaker, but hey, it's Piranha Pit.
Piranha Pit Splat Zones is unique. I kind of like it, kind of hate it, but it's not. It's definitely not Rainmaker. Rainmaker's just unique. I love Rainmaker. Don't get me wrong. I love Rainmaker, but it's just Stingray Simulator.
Stingray go, boo. Let's go. Snack here with the Tri-Slosher, because they are, I believe, mostly a one-trick on the Tri-Slosher. I have not ever seen them pick up anything but Tri-Slosher. Just the two variants. Ooh, latency moment, but hey, they got him. Snack gonna continue to push up. This map is nice though with the two zones. I think it's probably one of the better two-zone maps in the entire game. I think it might be the best in my opinion. But hey, Slosher v Slosher violence, and the big boy Slosher wins this one. Snack gonna go down. Another one gonna go down to Slosher. Can this Japanese named person that I don't know how to say because I don't know Japanese gonna get another pick? And they do. Sleepy assisting on that one. And they have missiles ready, Genie. And that many members down of Duck and Cover. This is a pretty good position if you are the CATMILKERS.
This is kind of how this... definitely how map 1 went so far. But map 2 was definitely a lot closer. So I hope that Duck and Cover can get the way back in here. Brush, hopefully Brush goes and looks behind them so they don't get flanked too heavily. And no, they walk in a zone into a bomb. But Snack coming from the top ropes, can they help their team to secure this splat that they need to get the zone neutralized? Or more than neutralized, they need to get this capped. But the bubbles are coming back out from CATMILKERS. And the zone just keeps ticking.
Right now, they are milking that clock here. Gonna keep getting it down to 30 remaining. Snack trying to use this advantageous position. Not going to. That's gonna be a wipe. Gee, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. Look at them.
They have one chance, because this map has a short time to one of the zones. They're only gonna be able to neutralize one zone. All CATMILKERS should focus one zone right here. They're not focusing it. They didn't focus it fast enough because now Brush came in from the flank and got the second zone. Brush needs to stay alive here. They need their team to come in. Wins a crucial fight. Junior on Junior combat for the match. Oh, so tight.
This is the second time we have seen a push get denied at 3 remaining with a plus 74 penalty, by the way. I want to point out the first game of the day did that. Snack gonna go push people into the corner and try to bully them. They just said, no, and just jump. Snack gonna go in and try to help their teammates after that, and I don't think it's gonna end too well with one member going down, another one being missiled. Of course, that Snack just gonna live. That's smart sometimes.
living on Splatoon, especially just try launching ink. Oh, those bubbles! Excuse me, nice bomb placement onto the bubbles. That was disgusting. But just staying alive and just launching sloshes onto these zones. So good for your team.
Snack just staying alive for quite a long time here. Having that special ready. Here comes missiles from Dolly. Dolly getting all 4. That'll be a lot of scattering CATMILKERS right now. Snack gonna try to get something out of it. Not gonna be able to. Maybe. Oh no! Sleepy ran out of ink and aim. They used their aim up earlier. They used up all their aim on that push there in Humpback Pump Track. This time not to be successful in doing so. But hey, they have played it very well as a skeezer. Cannot deny that. Another Booyah Bomb gonna come out. Gonna split up the Ducks. They're gonna be covering. And Air Swamping getting 1. Can they get 2? They're gonna get 2 with the help of Snack. That leaves them in a nice advantageous position, Genie.
They have to get the zone though. Because they've had control of mid, but the double zones have made it so hard for them to fully just hold it, because they're slowly but surely still working down these zones. Not fully able to do it, especially losing your Junior in the form of Brush so early there. It's been difficult, and Swampy going down a little bit too aggressively as well. We need Tim to come up clutch here. Can Snack protect? Yes, Snack can, but has to watch out for the Booyah Bomb! So tight.
The Snack protect and attack, and most importantly, gonna beat you in getting the zone. Yes, that. There you go. That rhymes. Good job,
Yep.
me. They push up here, trying to with the rest of their team. They're playing really well around their team. Always with
double.
a teammate, almost every moment. And that is 2 members down to the CATMILKERS, and multiple missiles going down on that person. Not gonna get anything out of it. Oh, they got
illegal. That was a legal maneuver right there. Oh, can they get the flick? Nice flick of the wrist from the slosher. Tight on time. 5 seconds left. Ducking cover, have to get in the zone. They only have 2 members. They get 1 zone, but it's only neutralized, and they can't get the other zone capped.
well.
CATMILKERS. Ooh, only dropped 1. I believe they only dropped 1 game so far. Yeah.
Yeah, let me go ahead and look back at the
that's true.
standings really quickly. I believe, they won all their sets, and I believe they just lost the 1 game. I think you're right.
Which would be...
You know, Duck and Cover looks like they're going to go ahead and slide down to Mako. Not Mako, I'm sorry. Mako bracket. So, hey, we're good to see Duck and Cover come out here, and they have a good chance to go make a run here in their 3rd bracket. They played that really well.
Yeah, it'll be good. And congratulations to all of our teams, no matter what place and what bracket they got. Hopefully they go out there. We will be seeing the great white pool, as we always do. But good luck to the rest of the teams in the other brackets. Coming out with a nice little trophy from there. Do you send them trophies directly to their house?
They just go to Twitter. I mean, I got a budget of like $2, so I don't think I can get any trophies with that.
How much you paying? How much is Elon paying for that Twitter thing again?
Depending on what happens in court, up to $44 million, or
True.
whatever it is, billion. I don't know. A lot of money. I wish I could have like 1% of that.
Same, yo.
Yeah. So, with that though, we got a shill, even though we don't get any money out of it, but we're just here to support the community. Shine first are the closest LAN this weekend, or not this weekend, this month.
Yeah,
this weekend. Yeah. Wow, that would be really close. But it's the first LAN of the fall of the 3 big ones that we're gonna have. Of course, we already mentioned Riptide here, part of the IPL part of the run by IPL people, and of course gonna be on the IPL thing. Shine here though is going to be August 26th through the 28th in Massachusetts, just outside the Boston area.
Mass is nice.
Yeah, it is really nice.
Been a Mass. It's quite a nice place. People like to bash states and like whatever state and whatever. Mass is actually really nice. So I definitely rate it up there, one of the better states I've been to. So
better in the fall too, as it gets closer to that fall, it'll be a little bit cooler. It isn't like you're going down to Texas like we did with LTC. LTC. You can always risk getting 90-degree plus weather. I mean, you still can in that time, but Splatoon returns to the East Coast with his debut at Shine in. I just got scared that I was going to say Worcester wrong. At Worcester, Massachusetts on August 26th to the 28th. Come out to enjoy one of Splat 2's last in-person event and get a shot at winning a cash and art prizes. Competitor passes increase on the 17th. So if you're on the fence, now's the time to come and take the leap. The link there for anyone that is interested in going to Shine will be posted in just a moment. But they use start GG moment. And there's Skepadillions. I knew they were gonna come in there. I was just gonna call them out. Skep. It got the timer of when Shine.
21 days, 13 hours, 48 minutes, and 22 seconds when Skep. Oh my gosh. Skep is so excited. Skep has a timer on the phone.
They did for LTC too.
Oh,
no,
true.
During LTC, I would just message them. How long till LTC? And they'd be like, 3 days, 2 hours, 77 minutes, and so many seconds. Like,
I'm doing that right now for Splatoon 3, like at 11 o'clock my time when I'm setting up the door at GameStop.
That's fantastic. All right, I want to highlight our other lanes. We've already highlighted Riptide. I believe we have a
Who
thing
else?
for the big
Oh, yeah?
house as well.
Big house?
Paper?
Big house?
Yes, we
Oh, yeah.
do.
Come
I don't
visit
have a
me.
little- Yeah. Up here, I don't have a little tidbit for that one, but hey, the big house, that is our third land this fall. So we obviously, as I mentioned, we have Shine, that is this month. In September, early September, you have Riptide. And then in October, we have the big house, the 10th annual big house. It is in Detroit, Michigan, October 7th through the 9th. It is going to be the first Splat 3 only land that we're going to have.
Like, that's the big thing. That's the big thing to take out of this. This is the first full Splat 3 land. We're going to be doing Splat 3 meta. Like, this is less than a full month out past the game. But we're talking like 30 days halfway through the tournament of Splatoon 3 being out. Meta will be shifting. This will be crazy. Your name will be etched into Splatoon 3 lore as being the first major land winners if you sign up for this one.
Yeah, it is the first Splat 3 only, you know, so that is huge, you know. It isn't like Riptide, right, where it's
that's the last Splatoon 2 major, knock on wood.
And that features Splat 3. Splat 2 is still its main thing. This is the first one that Splat 3 is the main thing. Yeah, so that's
the last Splatoon 2 crown is at Riptide.
All right, I also want to highlight our friends over at Dual Link because I want to talk about this one. I'm excited for this one.
Okay.
And I know I'm a friend of the people here that TO that one. It's not part of the IPL family. It's part of Double Trouble out here. Vapor, our producer, is part of that. And they are introducing Turf War along with Tower Control, Zones, and Clamblets. They don't do Rainmaker in that one because it's a 2v2 tournament.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Dual Link is back with a new edition this time around. In Dual Link 108. So yeah, they're way up there. They do this weekly.
Way up there. Oh my god.
They've been doing this weekly. I think SOS existed long. I don't remember anymore.
You guys have had many breaks. I remember many breaks.
Yeah, they I don't remember who's done it earlier, but it was pretty close. But either way, they do this weekly, right? Turf War is making an appearance joining Splat Zones, Tower Control, and Clamblets. After a lot of testing, only the best Turf War and Shifty Station maps will be put into the map pool. We hope to see you August 7th, which is this Sunday, at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern, over at the Double Trouble. You also will be live on Twitch at Double Trouble _Splatoon. So, really, I'm not gonna lie. I was part of that team testing it. We spent 4 hours on just the Splatfest stuff, going over every single map, playing the maps out. Playing some multiple times, discussing them. No joke, I was part of that team, and we talked forever.
MC Princess?
I'm sorry?
Is MC Princess in there?
MC Princess, I don't know for their initial. We made a pool of 10 acceptable Splatfest ones. MC was part of that one.
I want Pearl.
I don't know
Pearl
what
to
they're
go
doing
last
for week one.
It's
Vapor, do you have the list? I'm going to ask our producer here, Vapor. Do you have a list of the ones that are going to be featured, the 6? Because I know it's 3 regular maps and 3 Turf or Splatfest maps. I don't know which ones yet. Vapor, do you know? Can you just put it?
Oh, Bunker Games is so fun.
Can they hear you, or are you just telling us in our ear? All right, I don't remember what you said. You just type it out for me. I think it's Mage Dasher, Goose Sponge. What was the last one?
Bunker Games.
Bunker Games. Oh yeah, you gotta do
so
the Bunker
good.
Games.
Like that's so, like, you gotta sign up for no joke.
Right
$40 prize pool, Bunker Games. Like that's just you don't have to pay me. Like, I could pay you money to play Bunker Games.
Hey, they're paying the winners money. Just saying.
I know. Like that's a free. That's awesome. Sunday, I know what I'm doing Sunday.
It's just part of Turf War, by the way. So even if you don't like Turf War, like a Turf War only, right? It's part of it. You're gonna play ranked modes. Probably half the other time, more than half the other time. It's just part of the pool. All right, one last thing I really want to highlight: the last low ink of Splat 2 Genie. It is weird to say that.
Can we play in it together?
I think we're both banned, unfortunately.
Can we go undercover?
I mean, it's literally just saying. If you go look at the rules, it literally says Kraken Mare's banned in the rules. Just saying.
Do you want to go like incognito? Give me Vapor and then get one more?
Genie, we're not even a joke about that. No.
Oh, but who would hear about our plan? No one would know.
Yeah, nobody. Low Ink is running its last Splat 2 event this month. Yes, I can't believe saying that. It still feels weird to say, but it's true.
I remember when you started this.
Yeah, years ago. I was part of it, though. Feel like it was like yesterday. Low Ink is a 2-day Splatoon tournament for newer and lower level players. Its goal is to give teams a chance to get into a Splatoon 2 tournaments scene and gain valuable competitive experience. This format is focused on bringing games close to your team's skill level so you can meet teams and practice against them. Learn more, register on our website, which we posted here in chat right now as I post it. There's the whole shebang too, with a little extra stuff that I don't feel like saying because I'm lazy. But seriously, Low Ink, for anyone out here, especially those lower brackets here in SOS, it's a good way to, all right, now I don't want to have to go through facing all the teams that are like, you know, top level, because fortunately we didn't have them this time because they signed up late, but we had some top level players. They just signed up late and they just didn't make it. They were on the wait list this week, but occasionally you're going to face those team players like Keo in this tournament, and you know that potentially you can face right off the bat. In Low Ink, you don't have that. You have strong, you know, lower level teams, but no one's going to be like Keo. Oh yeah, I have no shot against the DivX player. Yeah.
You always have a chance. You always have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Never doubt yourself.
Yeah. Low Ink, it will return in Splat 3 though, so
that'll be so interesting. Low Ink in Spot 3, but this will be the final one for Splatoon 2. Low Ink for Splatoon 3. That's gonna be nuts because we don't know. We're gonna have so many people that we have no idea who they are. So it's gonna be chaotic. I'm just gonna say it.
I just want to throw it out there. If this first one's for Splat 3, assuming that they follow their normal schedule, is a week after release. So it's usually it might be the 30th or it might be the 23rd, 24th. I don't know what they're gonna do here with this. I haven't talked to the TOs. This is purely just looking at the calendar, right? It's usually the second to last weekend. And because the way the weeks fall in September, they might do the 17th, 18th. I would have to ask them, but hey,
date leaked.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out
delete
there.
Delete VOD.
Confirmation. That is a week after Splat 3, which would be absolutely amazing. I want them to do it, but they're probably going to do 24th, 25th. It's going to be one of those two weekends, probably. Yeah. But hey, I think for now, GD, I think it's time for us to take a breather, and because we got Top Cut starting soon, Genie.
Ooh. Yeah, go get yourself a little snack, everybody. Make sure you come back because Top Cut for I'm gonna let Crockett take this one. SOS number.
Splatoon 77. SOS 77.
We'll be back after the break. Go get yourself a snack. We'll crack and go 77 crazy. Hello and welcome back to Sink or Swim. We are here in Top Cut for Phantom versus Axolt. I'm excited. Wait, did I mention what Sink or Swim it is? I don't think I did.
77.
Was it? Oh, it's 77. Okay, awesome. Thank you, everybody. I have a choir joining me today to help me with 77. Awesome.
Shout outs to Hoenn and Eli, Genie.
Yeah.
I am Krakenmare joining Genie for this section. You'll see Eli later, and Hoenn exists. I don't know. He might pop in eventually.
Ouch.
They wanted to say something on the mic today, so
So we
we have
have
a good one to start.
we have Axolt. Also, we have Minecraft and Whooper versus Phantom, which could be, I guess, Luigi's Mansion mixed with the Phantom is the weapon, and then I can't remember the name. It's the game I literally play because I don't play Splatoon. Valorant.
Yeah, I'll say Valorant.
Valorant. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they got the SpongeBob profile picture, by the way.
Yo,
Got
true.
Yeah.
Oh, and the what's the? I forget what the green guy is. He's a fan from SpongeBob.
Anywho, let's
Anywho.
go ahead and talk about
Splatoon.
Tower Control Sturgeon Shipyard. What's the key points on that one, Genie?
The tower. Okay. Realistically, definitely snipe and escorting, sniping, holding the grading, all the red grading on this map is so important. I love playing Spotling here because you can play on the grading, but it's really easy to play charge on this map, and also the fact that why not just spam missiles?
Why not spam missiles? Hey, I mean, we have missile carry from both sides, both of them pulling out the K-shot, but hey, we could have had more. We definitely could have had more missiles, but both teams being smart and just keeping with one, I guess. Smart. At least look at those rays already going out, Genie. Just but getting one, but not getting
that was clean!
anybody else.
April landing those bombs.
April just showing that burst bombs and ray are still pretty good, and missiles don't mean much when you got those destroying your team.
Ooh, the inkjet. Can the inkjet get anything? Oh, great shot. I believe that burst bomb landed on or very, very near for that jet. But we're going to be saying Team Phantom go up for this early push. This push. Oh no! They lose their brush! They're falling into the void! They had a good up scenario, and they're just going down. Different, just trying to make the outcome of this push be different, but I don't think they're gonna.
Oh, they're behind. Oh, they're behind. They don't know. They don't know, Genie. They're gonna get slapped from behind. It's gonna be a different play. Oh, they can't. No.
they're oblivious though. They're still oblivious.
Still,
no,
yeah.
they're not gonna. Abby gets picked out though. It's gonna be dangerous. I believe different can get that inkjet landing, especially with the brush being able to get their suction bomb.
Yes, they got it. And they're back up in that position already, Genie. They're already up on this top right. Gonna support the bush. But look, Azuna's from behind. Got one down. They fell into the void.
Again? The brush fell in the void again!
Oh, no. No. Making all the brushes look bad right now. Please. I know you can do better than this. Azuna, though, gonna push through this checkpoint. Fighting hard, fighting hard. You have the Nautilus to their side. They're gonna go ahead and get that checkpoint one for Axolt. Phantom gonna get pushed back. The ray coming out from April again, but this time an inkjet on the ray. On the wall? I wouldn't have expected that one, Genie. And
it is
worked.
a nice little spot to hide. Except different just sits in a different little spot. Gets a nice cleanup with their team. Phantom was able to defend, but they did give up that crucial first checkpoint because it doesn't usually win games, but if you can keep, the longer you can hold on to that, the way easier the game becomes.
The Brush managed to survive going across the bridge without falling off the map. Good job, Brush, for making progress and getting a kill on that, by the way. So good job there. We do see just the K-shot alive on the side of Axolt. Phantom gonna go ahead and go for that lead. They're gonna get it. Pretty clean lead here. We got one flanking all the way around. Gonna try to camp that jump, but drop roll can be good.
Drop roll goated.
52 Gal having one member of Phantom kind of pinned in their and well, never mind, they're dead. Don't gotta continue that call out if they're dead, Genie, and they just managed to handle that for us.
Yeah. We are gonna be seeing Banana coming for Scrappy's way. Oh, and the Brush gets two from behind! Hopefully they don't fall off the map this time, and they're not going to. Luckily, they're going to find this inkjet landing. It is up a little bit too high. They might be able to jump and get it. No, they just slowly.
Teammate got the suck bomb on it. Teammate got the suction bomb, so that's all right. They got it. Brush going up on the dangerous location for them. They're making up for their deaths though. They're making up for their deaths, having a 12 KA already.
Yep.
So doing quite a lot of damage. Make that 13, by the way, Genie. Just want to point that out. That even though they're jumping off the map occasionally, they're getting kills.
15! 15!
Yay! Yes! Let's go, Brush! They're keeping the stop left, already pushing down to 15 remaining
16?
on the tower.
16?
Another one?
Another one.
No!
I was hoping we were getting 20.
They were on pace for 20, by the way, because they had 16k with a minute remaining. So I want to point that out. You know, they were getting 4 picks or 4 KA per minute, and this game ended just a little bit after the 4-minute mark. So they were on pace for 20k, 20 to 19, depending on a little bit. So
they're also on pace for three jump offs in the map.
They were on pace for about 3, yeah. Or 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. They're on pace for. Yeah.
But hey, if there's overtime, then they're gonna jump off and.
Hey, you know. So
hey, at least they would have dropped 25 kills at that.
So I think on Starfish main stage you need to jump in the water twice, or 3 times, so they get 20 KA, right? I think that's how it works, right? Or they would get 24 KA. Yeah, 24 KA.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So
Phantom coming out clean there. The Brush just going. You're just like putting that the swimming behind them, even though it's just kind of pit of doom on this map. Putting that behind them, I think that the Octobrush here on Rainmaker Starfish can be really good. Do you think it would be good to swap up the brush to a different one, or do you think the Octobrush can run rampant?
I think the way they played, I would stick with it. The snipes are just so good, right? So using that inkjet to kind of just be like, hello there, and bop them in the face if they're sitting on snipe, right? Or in the top right area, or the top left area there, as you push further up with the Rainmaker. So I think sticking with that brush would probably be the better one. As much as I love it for an Octobrush player, let me make that clear, right? If you play just of all ink brushes, I think Vink is the best one for Rainmaker. Personally, I'm very biased to that. Splashdown
very
on the
biased.
shield are very good on Rainmaker, and I can't even
the
deny
only
that.
Do you have a gold star on that thing yet? A gold badge?
Oh, I've had a goal. I've been maxed out on paint for like since you retired.
Really? Really?
Oh, for a long.
Oh
I've had maxed out paint for a long time.
How many weapons do you have silver?
I could pull that number out, but I don't got it handy.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
I have 7 that are silver.
What silver? What silver? Isn't that 1,000,000?
Yeah, that's 1,000,000.
I only have one other weapon, and that's the aerospray, by the way.
Okay, see,
Gold
that's my thing. I have 7 that are. You have 1 that's gold and 1 that's silver. I spread my gameplay out, so I don't just play Rush Simulator.
The fun fact is, if you combine.
Oh, different. Well, excuse me.
Okay, Rainmaker explosion moment.
Let me stand in front of this. 4 bombs come into it.
Do be like that. Oh, the brush both of them using the edges of their range. This time gonna be a trade. Rainmaker gonna go ahead and push it to 37. Not really that great a push. 77 would be better. 77. Oh, Banana coming from behind, getting 1, getting 2, and April and Banana are gonna be going forward and painting with the brush who came out of spawn. So hey, not a bad defensive position here from Phantom. Already, they're going to go ahead and booyah and celebrate like they just won the match, but it's literally less than a minute into it.
They got 2 down though, and they're gonna get lead. Oh, big lead! Can they get further? Oh, this is gonna be tight. There's only 1 to defend.
Oh, just adding in on the defensive stand, Genie.
Oh, and a big pop! Big pop! Brush is going around. Brush going around. Brush gets 1. Can Brush get another? It's gonna be tight. The bombs are keeping them back. Oh, the dance.
They're still there. They can go for it. Brush, where are you going, bro? Go get it.
If they snap there, though, they get teammates to super jump in here, but they have to live. I'm not able to live. Abby says
no. Have a good night. Go back to the respawn panel. Do not pass go. Do not collect a KO.
Ooh, I like that one.
Abby gonna continue to push up, trying to do some moves on the sploosh. Able to take a fantastic trade in a pretty bad position, though. Having to do the 180 anytime you can take a trade in that bad of a position. Good. And the rest of their team able to fall. Actually, no, they didn't fall up. The rest of the team died.
Yeah, not follow up. Fall.
They fall. Not
fall on face. Fell down.
Rush getting another hit on that jet. Trying to stay alive. Try to find something. Only 2 members alive on the side of Axolt. Make that another one down. This could be a big push, Genie.
This is going to be disgusting. April's going to have 1 chance.
They got it, Genie!
Phantom takes it. Phantom takes the duel. Phantom versus Axolotl, and Phantom is going. Oh, it's best of 7, best of 5. No, it's best of 3.
Yeah, best of 5. This is best of 5. We're out of the playoffs, and then we're out of the threes.
So here's the confusing thing. I was commentating IPL last week with Skep on first round top cut. SAC's top of best of 3. So I'm like, oh, top cut. First round, best of 3. No, best of 5. See? Brain.
Every tournament does everything a little bit different, even within IPL, right? You know, now SAC is part of the IPL family.
Well, yeah, because it came in because Nathan originally created it with some help from all the other people that were there. And the J-Man brought that after taking Nathan and bringing it to you guys and plopping it on your org head desk. And you gave it the little stamp of approval and then sent it off for you hired other people and are paying them, I believe, minimum wage. Am I right?
$0.00 because we have $0.
Minimum wage.
We just spent all of our money on Super Jump, bro. We don't got anything, Genie.
Oh yeah, you guys did spend money on Timber Dump. Negative in the bank. Woo!
No, no, they came in, but for the most part, all of our tournaments are pretty independent, right? We're under the same IPL brand. We all work together to coordinate things, but in a lot of cases, we're kind of very independent. That's why you can see such vastly different rules. Rule sets in general are pretty similar, but like different formats, right? And different styles and what works best for one group, right? What works at the SAC level might not work at something like low ink, right? And that's why they do different things.
Yeah. That's also why you guys changed it from amateur circuit to advanced circuit.
Correct. Yeah, the change, and it's something so subtle it doesn't change, the branding and everything, but it
does change the branding. When I like to shout out a name, I get made fun of on Twitter. Anyway, back to SOS. Not save our soul. Swimmers sink.
Save our ship, it's sinking, please. I don't know how to swim.
I've been singing the song by The Police, if anyone knows it. SOS. Ending out. SOS. I can only sing one line before Switch cancels the stream. So look it up after the tournament.
Macomart. Let's focus on Clan Blitz Macomart for just
last time we saw this was an explosive match that just went like boom, and it felt like Black Friday shopping.
That's part of why I wanted to mention it, because if we don't mention it now, we might blink and the game's over, Genie, and I don't want to miss that. Axolt here, they've been a team that has done some really good runs in SOS and other tournaments we've done too. So I'm kind of surprised right now that they're down 0-2, Genie. But Phantom here is apparently built a little bit different and is not taking a really good fight here against Axolt, and it just surprised me, Genie.
I do have to say this is going to be difficult because Octobrush on this Clan Blitz map, or just Macomart in general, especially Clan Blitz, disgusting with the ranges that it can take advantage of. It can catch you off guard. It doesn't like climbing the walls, but all it has to do is have it like a Jet's Culture paint a wall for it from a crazy distance. And looking forward at the next maps like Splatoon's Anchovy and Manta Maria, I believe that Axolt can have a better chance in those ones. But first of all, this has to be reverse sweep for them, and it looks very, very, very difficult to do it on this map.
Any janitors here? Can you guys loan your
it's either going to be a sweep or a reverse sweep.
Over? Yeah, we gotta get the
predicting from this series.
gotta get it out to Axolt. They really would like the support right now.
Wait, the brush has 3 mains of the thing that makes the jumping to the beacon super. It has 3 mains.
No, I see what you mean. They're just instantaneous, those beacons. Oh, this is entertaining.
3 subs not making.
They just want to make sure their team is just automatically into the match. Like,
true.
Now their team could just hold forward the entire game, and now they're back in the mid instantly as soon as the respawn panel says,
"Oh my god!"
They just broke their ankles landing, bro. I think they have. They're gonna have to go back to the
super jumping any percent, by the way.
Jump in, and you got to go back to the respawn panel because you hit the ground so hard.
Breaking ankles out here. This isn't Gobi Arena, but we're breaking them. Balling. Speaking of balling, the Power Clan is going to be falling down in mid brush. Azuna is going to be dropping that, and ooh, I see some of the members of Axolt. They're going to be caught out here. If April can get one, but it's an effective trade. Axolt, they gotta hold more of this mid control, or else the brush is just gonna do whatever it wants with this mid control.
You gotta break those beacons. I know we don't have the map up, but tell you what you should be doing is flicking that map a ton. If you are Axolt, you gotta get bombs on those. You gotta show them. I bet you there's 2 or 3 beacons out right now still, just getting those teammates in, and that's huge. If you can get your teammates in, having numbers advantage means you're more likely to win any given fight, right?
Yeah.
Significantly better, right? Even if you are the same level of player, if you can have more bodies, you're more likely to win. So it's a simple but very effective thing. And on a lot of maps, something like Manta Maria, right? is a good one. Moray Towers, where you can just get bodies in faster. It's huge. And
it's like having those little kid videos of like I challenge 3 pros challenge 100 kids to play a soccer game. Even if one of them's Ronaldo, one of them's Messi, and the other one's Mbappe. The kids are gonna have a good chance of scoring a few goals there because there's 100.
Yeah. You can just literally body block them.
I know. The kids, they don't even have to have a game plan. They just run at the ball. What are they to do?
And here they go. Oh, you try Sasha getting 2, and I guess we don't want to play the video game anymore. We will find out if that was a whole team or if that was just vapor moment.
We'd be vaping? Anyway, I would like to contact about the beacons when we have a chance to get to it. Another thing, the reconnaissance of those beacons. Sending that recon dart, phantom. Oh my gosh. Sending that the reconnaissance over the map so you can see around the beacon, even if they're sharking. Having 2 of those out on either side of the map or just anywhere, so scary and so disgusting. Just want to be flicking that map. Unfortunately, Splatoon 3 will not bring back the which it would, so I can look at my map automatically, or have a second screen so I can put it beside me, so I can have it beside me, but I have to flick with a stupid little button. Anyway, we are going to be seeing if that was a spectator.
It was
side.
a host EC. We're getting host EC, so we're gonna get word. We're waiting for the. We have the TOs on duty. We yelled at them like, "Hey, you guys got to stop playing video games." I know at this point, most of the time, the tournament kind of runs itself.
Oh yeah. They're probably like, it's like overtime. I have to. I want to overtime. You actually have to get your bot off. Even though we're not paying them.
No, I'm just kidding. These guys are.
They work hard.
No, they really work hard. As much as I'll meme on them occasionally, these guys they're all fantastic, all of the TOs, and they'll get back to us here what the decision is and if they're gonna redo it and everything like that. I think we're gonna go ahead and have a redo if my memory's right of how things go at this point. And honestly, at least personally, I'd rather just see a redo anyways. I'd rather not just be like, oh, this team wins the game. Now we're going on to the next one. Like,
yeah, and then we sign off and don't come like 78, and then you're not screaming 70.
Yeah, and then they won't let us come back on anyways. I mean, I think we've been crazy enough. At least me, I'm gonna be banned from commentating from now on, Genie. It'll just be you.
Oh yeah, because it's like this IPL is like a board of directors and not just like dictator saying what happens. Or is it?
No. I mean, I'm just joking here. I'll probably be on stream eventually. I just don't do it very often. So.
Well, you won't be here if there's a Steelers game.
I won't be. Well, yeah, I definitely won't be here for the Steelers game. But there's not going to be, hopefully, any Wednesday football games, dude. I don't want any more Wednesday football games. They did it in 2020. I don't want to see it again.
But it was, I don't know, it was fun. There's a different night to have
football. No, it's just chaos. I don't want. No, we can't have that.
Wait, so there's like a game. There's the one game Monday night. There's the game Friday night, or is it Thursday night?
There was. All right, so standard football games. You have Sunday night, Monday night. Oh, sorry, I should start with the beginning of the week. The first game of the week is Thursday night. Then you have Sunday night and Monday night are your standard 3. During late in the year, you get Saturday because college is over.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Friday night's high school, by the way. So in theory, you already have, if you go to high school and college games, you have 5 days in a row. Mm-hmm. And during 2020, there was a Tuesday and a Wednesday game at one point. Literally, like every day of the week had a football game because of different things for COVID. So no, I do not want it again. There's already enough football on every other day of the week. I love football, but God, I don't need any more. I do not need any more on every day of the week. It's already enough.
I'm like scratching at the walls because there's no hockey.
You need hockey. Hey, you're now Hohen's friend, huh? If you mention hockey, what?
Hockey. game is the best game. I'm gonna stop.
All right, you Canadian. You all have like.
Oh, I'm
5
sorry,
people.
I'm sorry. I but too much maple syrup today. I really need to talk to my friend Barry the Beaver and Larry the Goose. They're having a great day. But we got a good clamblets game coming. I don't know if we have any moose up here or any meese. I don't really know about it, but I know it's cold up here. It's pretty darn cold. We go from coast to coast to coast. Good day. Good day.
How many hockey rinks you got up there? 77,000.
Oh yeah, we got lots. I'm sorry about it, but I don't have the number on my head right now. Just I think one got stampeded down by the moose, but it's okay.
Yeah, you're right. They're occupied by the meese. The meese, right?
Yes, the meese.
Hey, we do have a match here. They did decide, or we do have a ruling, by the way, that it is replay. So, anywho,
well, we're already like 40 seconds in, and I'm finally back. Welcome back to me. Yay. I finished on my
you need to SOS 77.
77. Did they get that in? Okay, good. I thought they
did.
missed
Just
that.
got it.
They missed that.
But here's the big thing, right? There isn't a lot of follow-up. Just the brush coming in with just one. So Phantom here, not gonna have big as a lead as they had pre-DC. It was a host DC, so it wasn't just one player, just the spectator. It was a room issue. So we remade the room, got it back in here. Different, about to see if they're built different and get a quad. Come on, do it for the funnies. Come on, I said get a quad. No? Oh, they broke armors, and then another armor came out.
Bro, another armor broke!
3 armor breaks across 2 people. Jump-in's coming in from Axolt. Axolt trying to get one in, not going to be able to do so. That jump spot was way out of the picture. The brush here, though, putting down those beacons, you can see 2 beacons on the map. They're going to be getting their teammates in here fast and furious again here. Genie, just like last game.
Oh yeah, fast and furious. I don't know. Could they make a movie for Fast and Furious and Splatoon? I don't know. But they could make Fast and Furious about what is currently happening to this push. This is not very fast. They've got 22 clams. Okay, they're finally getting some. Can they get it in the basket? They got it. Good. I was worried that Phantom was
another
like
power clam. Genie, another power clam.
Yeah,
That's huge.
that is good. But they were so scrappy and so like, oh, do we have enough time to push? That they've let Axolt get it back in. This could have been down to 10 points. Excuse me!
Usage, huge beacon usage. They're at least going to get another 12 points off of it, jumping to that beacon. That beacon
Oh
still
my
exists with their
gosh.
teammate underneath.
They're gonna jump in with those 7 clams! There they go!
I think. No,
they're
different's just going to be built different, go around. They said, you're nothing to me.
Different!
Hey,
April's
bro!
in this game. GG.
Got it!
How did different not die? How did different not die there? April was free, just 2 clams in. There was a junior spraying at them for a long time. Oof.
I think we just did the redo just to show, just to give Phantom, allow them to slap Axolt, and I feel kind of bad for that.
Like,
I think we should have
Axolotls
just
are
given them
so
the game.
Cute. Like, they're so
Feel
cute.
bad.
Have you seen like Baby Whooper, ground poison, new ground poison Whooper? Spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't seen the new Pokemon. So cute.
I haven't watched it, man. I got busy.
The Phantoms kind of because Phantom is a ghost grass. The Whooper Axolt and that kind of bash it because it's grass type and ground water. Pokemon reference.
Gotta get them Pokemon reference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, gotta get the Pokemon references. You get them in, you know. Pokemon's a lot bigger community than us. We gotta gotta piggyback
Yo,
off it.
when are we getting Splatoon Worlds like Pokemon? Then again, Pokemon actually has like TCG. They have what is it? Go. They have Pokemon Go's at the World Championships this year. Unite.
Is it really?
Yes. Yes, it is.
No,
No, it's not a joke. This is dead serious. Competitive Pokemon Go. It's a thing, and it's a thing.
it's a
like,
thing.
It's
That's
a thing.
all you can say.
It's a thing.
I mean, you don't hate. I mean,
I love Pokemon Go, but I love to catch them all, not like bash them all.
bash them all. Yeah, just bash them with a
Like-
thing at point blank.
What was that?
That was me throwing a Pokeball at a Pokemon at point blank range.
Come on, go to the lands. Oh, we're closing. No, Vapor Wife. Like the entire break to get.
Vape
who's up
was
next?
ruining our night. He says we
Yeah.
have to leave.
Like, yeah, we're gonna wait for the other commentators to be here before we get kicked off.
I think
To chat, put 1 if you want us to stay. Put 2 if you want us to go. Come on, Twitch chat. I need to see these ones.
poll Vapor. Wait, I
Spam
can do it.
these
Hold on,
ones.
I got this.
Damn
Poll.
these ones.
New poll.
1 minute.
Kick Genie / Kraken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, this was a good strong match. That brush went.
There you go. There's a poll for y'all.
Okay. I'm voting. Vote.
And you.
Oh wait, I get more votes?
Yeah, you can
I'm
buy
gonna
votes.
wait. Yeah, I'm voting again.
Yeah, you can totally
What?
buy votes. That you
I'm
can buy. You can
buying
get
votes. I'm
selection.
buying.
Anywho, Genie, where can the people find you?
Wait. What? Get it kicked off? Oh, we are getting. They can find me.
Magic
at-
is here now, so we gotta dip.
Oh, at Genie7 on Twitter and Twitch. On Twitter, _ at the end of it. It's on the screen there right now for you. Yeah, I'm so excited for Splatoon 3 and just. I'm hoping that with my work schedule and everything, that I can be streaming more. I'm gonna be streaming Pokemon next week, because Splatoon's being sick. But anyway, you can also find me. I'm gonna be commentating next SAC tournament right here on IPL. I'm gonna say that right here, so then back. So when I apply for the thing,
I think it's a pretty good bet. You've done all of them this season, haven't you?
I've done all of them this season, and I've done all of them before they came to IPL. So, and all the ones that I wasn't playing in. And the one that I didn't play in or commentate, I was at Genesis.
So yeah, I mean, hey, it's pretty good, and that's what the last one of the season before the finals, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
And then we need to have finals. I don't know when finals are scheduled, but we need to have them before.
It is the week before Riptide. It's the first weekend of
Okay.
September. Yeah, so it's, if I'm mistaken, I believe that's what the calendar has. It's the first weekend of September, and this is the last qualifier. So if anybody needs those last minute SAC points, now's the time to do so.
Yo,
I guess.
hold up. I gotta interrupt you. Yo, shout out to Kyo for that raid. I normally we don't shout out too many people. Big raids like that are always helpful and supporting good tournaments. But yeah, we're starting off.
All right.
We're great. Back to you, Cracker.
I'm Kraken Mare 77. That's what 77. It is time for me to pass off the mic to Magic and Eli or Undusk. I don't know which one you want me to call you, but yeah, you. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of SOS 77. And we're excited for the last two matches.
Hi, and welcome back to SOS. I'm Undusk, or Eli, and I'm here with my partner in crime today, Magic. We all know and love him.
Hi.
We're here today with SOS. What number was it again, Magic? Do you happen to remember?
I can't.
77! 77!
Okay, bye.
I see they didn't actually manage to kick Kraken out of the call, huh? You guys really rigged us on that Paul there.
Really rigged us on that poll. Undusk, it is great to be back on the mic with you again. Thank you everyone for tuning in to Swim or Sink tonight. It has been a very fun and interesting evening so far as we finally kick Kraken out of the VC and we have a matchup for the semifinals with Rising Wave versus CATMILKERS. And Rising Wave has been tearing through a lot of teams recently in Super Jump, has been tearing through a lot of teams recently in a lot of the SOS tournaments that we've been on. And this pickup of Sleepy, Shogun, Dextastic, and Kivik, part of Nap Time, two of these members have been on Nap Time. They've been doing pretty decently in some of their tournament runs.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I haven't been here in a hot minute, so this is gonna be interesting for me. All I know about the current meta for Splatoon is that missiles are somehow good again.
Yeah.
Well, good again, implying that they were actually good before. Missiles are back and doing something. But we're going to be starting out on Blackbelly Skate Park here, which is... in Rainmaker for Blackbelly, are missiles actually going to make that big of a difference here? Like, do you expect to see missiles in their team comp here?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Those closed doorways, like up in that higher area when those walls are closing in around you, super good for those missiles to go as we see a K-shot on both sides. We do see more so going for the Octobrush. This is a really good pick on Blackbelly Rainmaker, specifically because of those inkjet spots, because of the range kind of fall off that it has, right?
Yeah.
You're a brush player.
I'm a brush player. I'm not an Octobrush player. I won't lie here, but I do understand the how annoying Inkjet can really be on Skate Park here. As we're seeing the Inkjet come out here, more so looking to get some picks. Not quite finding anything though. There's those missiles that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, coming up from both sides as Rising Wave picks up the Rainmaker for the first time. Ray Battle coming in, and it's gonna be a tight squeeze. That Jet 4. CATMILKERS is going down
here.
But yeah, Dex is gonna go for it.
Oh, is he gonna get out? Oh, nice assist coming in there from Rising Wave's team. They're still gonna keep this Rainmaker, trying to get a couple more points on the board. It is a 3v3. That was a trade. Man, those missiles. Yeah, you're right. Those missiles in this enclosed hallway is really annoying, especially with the weight of the Rainmaker.
But they haven't been following them up quite as much as well as they could have. The Squeezer trying to poke away at this Rainmaker, not going to be able to do so. The bomb comes out to prevent the pull from squashing, and that great Rainmaker carry from Cam able to take it all the way up.
I was not expecting him to live that long. There was three on him. Just jumping from puddle to puddle there. All right, this is going to be CATMILKERS' chance to get some points on the board as they're looking to clean up mid here, getting some coverage. We're gonna see the missiles come out.
We're gonna be another Ray battle, it looks like.
The 1v1 over on the left of this map here is incredibly funny. Disregarding anything going on with the Rainmaker. There's
if they get in the fight.
There'd be something so special about having two Stingrays and just battling it out instead of paying attention to your team.
It becomes a matter of honor, a matter of a joust.
It's pride.
Inkjet comes in, lands a shot on this K-shot. Gonna be going down on the Rainmaker here as well. Specials are online for CATMILKERS. They might be able to defend a little bit.
Two were down though. This is... I'm worried that they're gonna get staggered. This is a pretty bad map, if you think about it, for having like only half of your team go down. It can be very hard to defend, even if you have specials on the board. Nice pick there coming in from the NZAP.
Yeah, just putting it down, putting the paint down, keeping people away, and doing a good job of keeping that space.
I think this might be CATMILKERS' chance to get some points back on the board, try and push the Rainmaker back. They just have to be careful because it doesn't look like they have some good map. It looks like in terms of map control, Rising Wave has a lot of pressure. As you can see, just looking at like this just overview of the map, there's so much yellow, and it just really doesn't look like CATMILKERS has the paint to kind of keep up right now.
No, and look at how clogged up they were over on that stretchway, that bridge towards the mid area, and Sleepy ends up having to dive forward with those bubbles and is going to get taken out. The Ray going to be able to follow it up at least a little bit, but there are no more specials online for CATMILKERS. It did end up going for an even trade, but that's not what they need right now. They need to start making moves and making ground.
The comp for CATMILKERS really isn't a comp that I think can survive with only 3 people on the board. It needs to have all 4 of them, unless they're gonna get some like insane. Unless this ends up where the Kensa just goes absolutely off the walls and gets some sick triple. They're gonna need some good coordination to kind of pull back from this.
That is the name of the game right now, is that special coordination. Every single time we see a push get made, there are going to be at least 2 specials coming at them, as it should be.
As
the
you
swing
say
rate
that.
comes in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they all get popped. Everybody's flying.
You're saying that. Squeezer and Brush are just duking it out, it looks like.
Wait, where were they?
I don't know. They both went down. They both went down, so I can only assume that I was either a trade or someone picked it up. Spec cam's not working in our favor here.
No, usually doesn't.
Yeah.
We love autocam in this house. It's gonna switch over to this A shot and try and fight here. There's a lot of members of Rising Wave up on this higher area. Shogun gonna try and just dance around, see if they can do anything here. That Automa might kill them if they're not careful. Barely at the edge of the range. Morsa just needs to sit in this area, completely stuff them out from going here, and that's the perfect Octobrush spot from completely shutting down pushes.
Absolutely. Look, Rising Wave just has the advantage of that Octobrush just being able to sit back on their haunches just a little bit. We're seeing a Stingray come out here, trying desperately to kind of get a pick. Assist. It does actually come in. They get the pick. That's pretty good. There's 2 down. This could be CATMILKERS' chance to get pushed. We see Sleepy here trying to clear away for the Rainmaker here. This is... Ooh, it's going to be risky. It's going to be tight.
Oh, Sleepy's trying to go for that Ray. He's not going to be able to find it. That Ray does end up having to get moved. I think the missiles take it down, and it's not going to be the GG Ray going down. Although Nick doing a great job of keeping them back here, going to take them down. Close game.
Valiant, really valiant push there coming from the last few seconds from CATMILKERS. If they'd only just kind of put it together earlier. I feel like they got into that position where they had a plan, but they kind of just didn't put it into motion soon enough, and they kind of fell victim to the time squish panic.
It was a very slow game, but it never felt unwinnable, right?
It was anyone's game for, I would say, like a majority of that match. But in Rainmaker, even if it's anyone's game, you can't really do anything if someone else already has the lead. I mean, Rising Wave wants it to feel like it's anyone's game. It gives them more time to set up and keep their lead in place.
Yeah,
we're heading over. Where are we going next? We're going up to Reef with some Clam Blitz. Love this map for Clam Blitz, by the way. Not a brush man or anything.
Not biased.
Definitely not biased at all.
We're definitely going to be seeing those squeezers come out again. Been a very popular pick. Those bubbles can clear space.
So happy to be seeing Squeezer on the board. I think that it is probably one of the most underrated weapons. Like, in terms of like, I think JP typically has a Squeezer in their comp, but I think that NA doesn't really like appreciate the full, just kind of transcendental power of Bubble Squeezer. Like, it's brings a lot to the table. It's got pressure. It's got paint. It's the Squeezer. What else do you need? What else do you want me to do here? It advertises itself. Its reputation precedes it. If you can play Squeezer and win, you've done it.
Gamer, I remember how we were talking about how you haven't been around for a little bit?
Is Squeezer suddenly been picked up?
Very much meta.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I'm from the past, by the way. I was transported suddenly to the year 2022, where missiles and Squeezer are commonplace, apparently, in competitive Splatoon.
You just got airdropped into the future. Literally just
I was literally like click dragged over into this VC from the year 2020, where everyone was playing K-Pro.
Yo,
dude, that was an abysmal meta. That was ooh, we were in the trenches.
It still hasn't gotten any better. Nautilus coming out, as well as the Slosher. Good picks on the side of Rising Wave, as Nick does go back to that characteristic Slosher. And Nikaido is going to stick to that Nautilus. No Squeezer, instead opting for a little bit more fluidity, a little bit more pressure.
Yeah, I feel like Nautilus is a really consistent pick in terms of like just like weapons. It's Squeezer I feel like can be a little bit unreliable. Like especially if you're not used to it, but I'm assuming that I would assume that they're more than well versed in the art of the squeezer.
Right, precisely.
This is gonna be really. I'm gonna predict that this is probably gonna be just as slow as our previous Rainmaker match. We're gonna see a lot of. I feel like this map is so good for stalling out on clams.
For sure. They, especially if people don't have control of that bridge, they're not going to want to go anywhere too dicey.
Absolutely.
They're not going to want to make a move. They're going to try and clear it out, get their specials ready, and then go for an all-out push. Unfortunately, Nick gets caught out here, and that's going to be probably the opening that CATMILKERS needs.
It's still 3v3. This Nautilus is putting in work keeping them back there.
Oh, and I think Warsaw went for a kill underneath the bridge. Is going to be able to find the squeezer. They're going to be try and inkjet this to follow up, and Kaido is going from absolutely downtown to try and get this pick. Not going to be able to find it, and I'm expecting a counter push from CATMILKERS right now.
This is an opportunity. That was what, two specials? That's 2 specials from Rising Wave. If they don't get anything out of this, the cards are in their hands. It's looking like they're trying to get up through the side here. They have 28 clams on their side. That's a pretty hefty push, considering that we're only roughly a minute into the match.
Right, and they're knocking on the doorstep. They're really just trying to bait out specials, bait out people, see if they can't get any of these stray picks, build up claims all the meanwhile, because they're stuck. If we look at CATMILKERS, they're just stuck in their base and waiting for this push to happen.
CATMILKERS coming in. Can he find that power clam? Oh, that was on the back door. I'm blind. I'm so sorry. I like flipped the map around in my head and just got lost entirely. That's the downside of this map. I don't know where I am.
A little bit lost in the sauce, although I think CATMILKERS was as well for a little bit. They were able to stay alive during this push, which was very important.
I think that's why I was so confused. I wasn't expecting to see their frontliner with the power clam that far back.
Yeah.
It's a weird way to approach, I think. Like, this map is like the king of stalemate on bridge. And if you just if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile, which is what we saw there from Rising Wave.
Precisely. The same exact thing happens right here.
Yep. Oh, tried to get 2. Got taken out from down beneath there. We have 2 down on Rising Wave. This is CATMILKERS' chance. They do have 2 power claims. The bubbles are coming out. There's nothing really that Rising Wave can do to stop them. They're going to have to take a little bit of an L here, but I don't think that CATMILKERS here has the clams to really back it up. The field is pretty sparse. The clam economy is in shambles.
I see one person with 8. I think Sleepy going in now is going to be able to do so. They're going to be able to take the lead barely, and they're going to keep this push going. Going to end up going 3 down for it, trying to trap this Kegel in the back here. That timer is going to be important for when they can get the power claim and get things moving. So stalling it out a little bit was important, but they're not going to be able to counter push right off of it.
Yeah, that was the really good on them for stalling it out there, because if that 4 down was looking real risky for a couple seconds. I was worried for CATMILKERS there.
Oh, but the worry isn't over yet as Sleepy ends up getting caught out by the bomb and the missiles from Morsa. Here comes another down. This is going to be the push that they were looking for. They don't have the specials quite yet. Excuse me, there's an inkjet and a bomb launcher on the field. One more goes down. Here comes the power clam. They need at least 1 more power clam and then some to get this lead, and they've got a lot of utility coming in. 1 more missile's going, but it's going to land on that roof, and barely, CATMILKERS hangs on as a minute is left in this game.
I was gonna say, amazing survival coming there from the bucket. They get picked off. That's 2 picks coming in from CATMILKERS here.
Oh, I'm just so impressed that the fact that they were able to maintain the lead there. It really looked like Rising Wave had that.
Yeah, 100%. I was expecting the tables to get flipped, but again, we're going back to war of attrition here over bridge. We're gonna see a lot of like neutral play, waiting for clams to spawn again. I believe the maps. There's about 10 clams on either side right now, but I think the map is pretty sparse overall. Another pick coming in there. Nice pick from the squeezer. Ended up trading for it, but...
No, they got a clean pick for it earlier, and because Rising Wave had to get shoved onto that bridge area and couldn't paint out these trees, Sleepy was able to take that really nice aggressive position, get that pick on the lip of bridge, and now Rising Wave is just kind of stuck trying to find clams, having to pick up their pity, and trying to maybe do something. We're going to dive off with the missiles here. He's going to be able to find... Ooh. Wow! Eli, can they do this?
Risky positioning there from CATMILKERS. Ooh, that's not a really good place to die there. They're going to try and get over bridge. It's gonna be risky. They have Armor is on their side. That Jet, that Jet getting a double! I was just about to say that Jet might not be able to find it. That power clam, whipped it just a little bit there, but it doesn't matter.
They were able to land that! No, it's supposed to have been at the last possible moment in overtime. Are you kidding me?
Just the casual little clam toss, like, no, don't worry, we got this. Man, holding it out until last minute there, real nail biter.
For real, a nail biter.
We had one of those earlier. They got like a last second power clam in. I think that they're just making us just freak out on the commentator side here with how we're playing clam blitz today.
Oh, good clam blitz. When will you
really
be?
Good.
When will
nice,
you be?
clean comeback there.
When you know it's really good when the specials are flying and people are not going down, right? And people are just kind of dodging and dipping.
I was like, oh, they have armor. They'll be fine. They can take a couple hits from the Jet. Nope, Jet's just gonna land a direct on both of them. Absolutely amazing there from that Jet.
South America is in the chat tonight, and we love to see it. Rising Wave has been such a good beacon for this community and really good players to represent them. And it's really good to see them just continually performing well against a lot of these SOS teams. Splatoon's Wahoo World, gonna be the last chance for CATMILKERS. They go to the bronze match.
Curious on what they're going to take to turn it around, because in that match, I think we saw a big improvement from them holding that kind of neutral game. They were doing a lot better on that map in kind of holding it and making sure that they didn't lose too much paint. But I think in Wahoo, if you can't hold that neutral, you're going to get locked out hard.
And like I mentioned earlier, like the Squeezer was taking better spots there. There's a lot of really small nuances to the positioning on this map, especially if you're going to be playing around that E-leader. Going to be so tough. Going to have to remove it with the bubbles, with the missiles, with the booyah, and protect yourself with the armor. But they're going to be throwing the same things right back at them.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting map. Really curious to see how CATMILKERS are going to try and come back from their down position here. Strong start, though, coming out from Rising Wave.
Is the semifinals of SOS, and Nikaido is getting dove on very early. Unfortunately for the members of CATMILKERS, nothing is really turning into their favor. That's going to be 2 down, as we see Nikaido just sitting pretty, painting the zone, and not giving a dang about what those frontliners have to say.
Yeah, I think the real dangerous part about an Eliter on Wahoo is if they get set up, it's a hell of an effort to take them out. Those missiles there, neutral in the zone for the oh, they got the zone. They got the zone off the missiles. They still have some specials on the board. Ooh, the Squeezer going, or not the Squeezer, sorry. Gal going down. Skirmishing underneath the, there's 2 trades back to back. A lot of solo fighting is happening with these 2 teams, and I think that's working both to their advantage and their disadvantage here.
Right, when you're with a leader, you want to be setting up plays like that where you can just pick off a couple of jumps, like while the 2 players are fighting, the Squeezer can come in, the E-leader can come in and pick you off. But if you can't shark that E-leader, that's going to be putting you in a really risky position. Kivik, with that Booyah Bomb, needs to get away, and is going to be able to do so around those walls.
He's got some risky gameplay here coming up from Kivik. He's coming out with the Booyah Bomb. Don't see how many other specials on the board. They are going to neutral the zone, but it's not gonna be enough to take it back here. Rising Wave holding on very strong here. Oh, the bubbles.
Ooh, bubbles come out.
Okay, they need to get control.
Okay, I think one more player ended up going down for Rising Wave at just the wrong moment, and because of that, they're going to be able to get in here. But unfortunately, that leader is locking them down to that cover in the zone, and you don't want to be chilling in the zone. You don't want to be sitting there, because if you die, it's a lot of paint, and a lot of pressure gets lost. Shogun getting a great pick on that Junior before the armor pops, and is going to try and harass Nikaido. Unfortunately, the K-shot is there, and Nick is able to clutch it out. The zone is still in CATMILKERS' favor, and they're just walling them out with bombs, and Nikaido can't get a good angle on these players. Kivik is going to be dancing around, flying around, trying to dance around the wall, and that lead is going to go towards CATMILKERS. Eli, what is going on?
I wish I could tell you. I'm trying to watch 6 different parts of the map. There's pressure on the E-leader happening. There's a flank happening on the other side. I don't know where to look. This gameplay is sporadic, but it's working.
Chaotic, I think, is Rising Wave's manner and demeanor, unfortunately, for the members of CATMILKERS, and it is going to net them a win.
I think CATMILKERS stepped toe-to-toe there in the chaos for a couple seconds, but the leader here just kind of set up again. Is that Booyah going to be able to... Yeah, it's not going to be able to save the zone. They are going to keep the lead here, or they're going to take back the lead. My bad. Valiant effort, though, from the Booyah. There's not a lot of zone to paint on Wahoo. This is going to be their last-ditch chance here. Junior going down in the zone. Ooh! Can they follow up on it? Dex coming in here with the bomb. It might be just enough. It might just be enough.
And that Junior going down was the main painter for the members of Rising Wave, and they're going to not be able to paint the zone quite quickly.
That's a white.
That's a white? Where did that come from? Now all of a sudden Sleepy's gonna get set up in this really good position here. They can't go too far. This map is very wide. People can sneak in if they're not careful, but there's 3 specials online.
They might have to. If that Eliter is gonna want to set up in that top shelf up there.
Oh!
I was gonna say, sitting back is just gonna set you up like a duck. There's not a lot of places to run here.
Not gonna be able to get too much further on this lead. Unfortunately, the bubbles go down too, yeah.
Ooh. Losing 2 specials, last-ditch effort, Booyah trying to save the zone. Kivik isn't able to make it out in time. They are able to flip the zone back. 60 seconds on the clock. Can they do it?
There's only 60 ticks left as well. That penalty is getting chewed through so quickly. They're gonna have 2, maybe 3 specials online if that Squeezer can paint quickly. And the Dex Tastic going down once again. There's gonna be a pick on the other side as well, but there's not gonna be enough pressure, probably not enough paint, unless these specials are able to cap the zone instantly. And Sleepy's going in. Sleepy already popped 2 bubbles though. Do they have the paint and do they have the walling?
The bubble on the outside. Ooh, don't know if that was the play there, but they flipped it. They flipped it while I looked away. I blinked. When did they get it? I was like, oh, the bubble's off the zone.
They
Surely
pushed it
they're
out
gonna
just
get
enough.
cut, but I guess the bubble is just enough cover. Skirmish here, coming out from Morsa. Oh, this is a interesting placement. Not quite gonna get it onto anywhere where they can get a pick, but I guess it did provide.
Ah! Can you believe Nikaido? The Booyah ends up forcing them all back towards that plat area, but even though Nikaido gets that amazing collateral, is it gonna be enough? Dextastic going to end up going down because they got distracted by Nick. Ah! The zone needs to get painted. Kivik has a Booyah though. Eli, this is so close.
This is so clutch. This is. Oh! More people going down in the zone. I think this might be it for CATMILKERS. They've lost 2, they lost 3, they lost 1 in the zone. That's gonna be it.
Oh
Ooh.
no. Oh god. That collateral was so incredibly clutch.
They really just were making me eat my words anytime I try to say anything about a play here. I was like, oh, the Booyah Bomb, it's not gonna, it's a little out of the way, but you know, it got a bit, no, it forced 2 people right into Nikaido's line of sight. I didn't even realize he had set up there, and I don't think CATMILKERS did either.
No, definitely not. And that's the power of a leader, right? They can be sneaky and sharky as well, just not in the same way. And when they're doing that, when they're constantly moving around and picking you off at the worst moments, that's when they're at their most effective. Holy cow, that was a good set. Those 3-0.
Back-to-back electric matches there. Very nice way to start out the back end of this tournament.
Oh.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, SOS is a play-all tournament, so we are saying the last 2 maps. Even in...
That's only for groups.
Only for groups. My bad.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they
kept
played
you on
me.
your toes a little bit.
Yeah. What do you expect me to know what's going on? I'm just here to talk about the pretty colors and the
right,
weapons.
true. The art that's being made on our screens.
Yeah,
it is art. Splatoon gameplay is art.
So a lot of those matches were really close. They're really, really tight, excellent played matches. In your opinion, what was it that Rising Wave brought to the table that just kind of shoved CATMILKERS out there? Because they were holding on. This 3-0 looks devastating, but CATMILKERS was in the runnings for 2 of those 3 matches. What is it that gave Rising Wave that edge that gave them the victories there, do you think?
I'm trying to think of specifically like what transfers from game to game to game, and honestly, I think that the key was Nikaido, who was just being so oppressive and doing really well on the Nautilus as well, making space, using that Inkjet to its most effective potential, and then switching off to an Elir to switch things up, make the CATMILKERS play a little bit differently, and set up the teammates as well as setting up Nikaido to perform the way that they did. I really think that was the difference. So, I believe Grands is ready for us. I'm getting words from on high.
A little bird chirping on the wind. All right, in our grand finals match, we have Phantom and Rising Wave, who we just had. They're coming back for more. Nikaido wants blood. He's back. So I'm curious to see if he's going to continue to bring the strong backline gameplay. I feel like some of the most underrated position in a Splatoon team is the backliner. In my as a humble frontliner, humble in quotation marks, of course. I feel like not enough respect is given to frontliners setting up for the backliners. I think sometimes we have to let them take the spotlight, and I think that's exactly what Rising Wave has been doing here for Nikaido, letting them set up for those that amazing booyah into the double snipe.
Right. Just little things like that. Little things like that are really important. And for sure, like, I feel like one of the most influential and powerful backlines that we ever saw play the game is Power, and Power was the Slayer, right?
Oh,
Power was the marksman.
A good backliner will tie your frontliner in kills. And a good frontliner will know when to set your backliner up when they can't handle it. Looks like map-wise, heading back into some Clam Blitz here on Snapper. I'm never sure how to feel about Clam Blitz on Snapper. It's a bit of
Really?
I don't know. Snapper's one of those maps that just is a little, and it's probably just because I play Brush. Snapper just has one of those layouts that doesn't seem to mesh. It's probably just the weapon, but.
Well, I mean, that's fair, but no, I see what you mean. You know, it has that large gap, and so creating those two-pronged attacks is difficult, but when it's done well, it's really overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm worried in the case of Phantom here, with the strong backline we're seeing coming from Rising, that whatever they're picking, whether it's a Splatling or a Scope or whatever they want to bring to the table, that's a long line of sight there. There's not a lot of places to hide. I feel like this is a really, really easy map to get some nice picks.
Now, Goss and Banana, I know. Those are two of the players that I know on the side of Phantom. Those are very good frontline players. Banana ends at main for the longest time, like back on like Beastie Coys.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Oh.
We did have Phantom earlier on stream, and Difference was bringing out some just absolutely giga-brained flanks on the one of the splatter shots earlier.
Right. I'm assuming that's Goss. And so it's going to be interesting to see if those frontliners can do the work to make that backline, that bamboo, feel the pressure, as well as April on that Jet Squelcher. Let's see if they can do this. This is Grand Finals of Swim or Sink 77. Thank you, Kraken Bear.
I can hear him like in the back of my head just yelling right now.
77. Nikaido doing well. Gonna get missiled out here. Gonna try and make sure those missiles are not killing his teammate. Unfortunately, he's gonna kill the teammate. They're trying to back up together.
Unfortunate. I think it was also Phantom earlier. We had a couple brush deaths that led to a 2 brush death power spike though. Maybe they're looking to get that again. Maybe it's missile deaths this time.
I'm mildly impressed.
Difference is bringing again the insanely aggressive positioning that we saw earlier. I like blinked and the brush disappeared. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize the brush.
Yeah, there's a lot of aggression here coming out from Phantom, but not a lot of clams. Considering that like pushes for clams typically sit around like 25-ish, 20, usually about 2 power clams worth. Nice pick there coming in from April. They didn't end up pushing off them.
It seemed like they had the clams, right? Banana had a bunch.
They had enough, but they didn't have them consolidated onto one player. I don't think they have a power yet.
No. And it's interesting, right? You know, you'd think that like they would be trying to toss them, trying to play around, but maybe they're just trying to not give away their position.
As you mentioned earlier, the 2-pronged aspect of this map, they might have just had the clams split across 2 players on the opposite ends here.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have Armor. Armor coming out here for Rising Wave. Are they going to be able to make some plays off? I got 1 pick, looking to get another. That's 2 down, 3 down.
Let's go, Nick.
Excellent Armor and push here coming in from Rising Wave. Again, where are the clams? they don't have a power ready.
Right, and it's so weird. Snapper Clams is known for having these really swingy pushes and lots of power clam spawns. What is going on? What is going on?
What is Spectator Cam not giving us a great view on whatever happened with that. Was that a double with a single there?
Missing the clam in Grand Finals is the members of Phantom. They're going to be able to land it eventually, but Nikaido was able to missile them out, keep the ground painted. Even though it was the last one alive for a little bit, that was only 1 power clam getting pushed, and he's going to be able to trade out with Banana. Let's go. Rising Wave is holding their ground against a team that they really are not slated to win against.
It's really surprising to see such, like, Clams, yeah, will go neutral for a while. I have not seen such a low-scoring Clams match in a while. On Snapper, like, Snapper has a lot of sweet pockets where you can just pick up a bunch of Clams and go right to the basket, as we see Morsier doing, but not quite seeing it here.
Maybe it's just the teams being so, like, up-to-date with their Clams that, like, they're just getting enough from each other and then all dying, where, like, it's not consolidating.
Phantom does have a power here.
Trying to dance around, Gus. Trying to do a little funky thing.
Don't know what's going on. They're trying to do something. I think my brain might be too small for these plays.
It seems like they're just dancing. Like, I don't know. It just seems like they're just trying to fight around mid and just wait.
Like, looking at the kill count to Clam score ratio here. Okay, there we go. Here's floodgates are opened. Nick getting a. Oh, is he gonna be able to actually get them out? Oh, that's two from him. That
dicey. Gonna be one.
Okay, they are gonna stop the push. Unless the brush is gonna come in and make some. Brush getting up a pick here. We're seeing it earlier with the
fireworks.
Nice shot midair there. We were seeing this earlier. The brush on Phantom just making some just phenomenal gameplay on brush and its mobility in regards to both like the beacon placement and just like, you know, how mobile a brush can be while it's running.
Right.
And we did get to see a little bit of there. I was curious to see if we're going to see the extent of it that we had earlier, but not quite. Got flushed out there before you could really kind of show off. But they have a power Clam again.
Showing off they have been overall, right? Phantom has been doing it very well, especially pushing the street area. This brush once again is going to be able to just shove Nikaido away in tandem with those missiles. One is left remaining, and this power is going in. Score is going down, and Banana teaming up with the brush here on the side could be able to get a really good positional hold here. Trying to go around. Finally gets taken up by Nick.
Absolutely phenomenal missiles there, just managing to push them back just enough to get a couple more Clams in there, which is all you really, in the end, ooh, what an amazing,
what are you doing, guys?
Different. He's setting up for the jump, is gonna get picked off. I think this jump is going down. That's a suck bomb. Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
That's a confident play. That's a play that you only make when you know that you can afford a death like that from two of your players.
Things are gonna get really risky here. 2 down with 2 power Clams on the field for the enemy team. Ooh, but...
No, Goss is just different.
Okay, yeah.
Goss is just different. 2 power Clams going in, but they still have the time to deal with it.
That's 30 points they have to make up for. There genuinely does not seem to be enough Clams on the field unless they pull from base, which they might not have time to do here. Brush getting a nice pick, yeah.
Wow. That was crazy.
The
fact that they went for that
such an interesting game. It felt like nothing was happening, and then everything happened all at once.
It seemed like Phantom was playing so passive in those neutral exchanges, but like Rising Wave was always on the back foot. Always.
Now, I'm, again, not familiar with what's going on comp-wise. The bamboo pick, that seems a little fresh. Maybe not Snapper Clams, I've seen it before.
Yeah.
But not what I was expecting coming into this, I'm not gonna... With those 2 strong matches with, like, longer range weapons, having the, like, shorter range aggressive bamboo, kind of felt like... a little spicy.
Right. It's signed for some Charger players. They kind of switched to bamboo for a little while, and we saw a little bit of a resurgence, and it's kind of died down. It's like it's hung around with some people. You know, it always has that cult following. But
yeah, bamboo definitely has its maps, but I feel like in the case where Phantom's been bringing out that brush gameplay back to back to back, bamboo does just get outranged ever so slightly by Octobrush, making it susceptible to those flanks which we were seeing from Phantom, which I do believe set up at least one of those pushes there was the backline going down on Rising Wave's side.
Precisely. The positions that Goss was taking, and specifically the timing, just always knew when he could get up there. Always knew when he could get up there. And that's the craziest thing to me, is just like how consistently was able to find those small openings. Yeah,
just managing to find that hole and exploit it, just getting away with it. Like, it was phenomenal seeing what he got away with. He just has the mentality, like, you play this game for enough time, and eventually you'll kind of get that feel for what you can get away with and why you can get away with it. Like, you won't be able to explain it, but like it's that like subconscious feeling of, oh, I can do this. What are they gonna do? Stop me?
Now when you're just different.
Yeah, no, not when you're just different.
Goss is doing just immaculate things. Rising Wave, I think, can win this. I agree. Like
I think
the
it's
bamboo
anyone's
pick.
game.
The
I do
bamboo
think
pick?
that this is anyone's
Eh.
game. Bamboo
Bamboo
pick
pick
was
is
spicy. Didn't pay off, but we're gonna see Splat Zones on Humpback, I believe. Yes, that's
Oh.
correct. I thought I maybe just lied completely to our viewers there about what map was
Oh.
coming up. This is
Oh.
what's the now Magic? Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a special weapon in this game that I think has a pretty high pick rate on Splat Zone. Was it Bubbles or was it Stingray? Did Stingray make a comeback here, or could you refresh me on what we've been seeing on Splat Zone's Humpback for a little while now?
We have been seeing a lot, and I mean a lot, of missiles on Splat Zone's Humpback.
How many
And-
missiles per team do you think we're gonna see here?
We're gonna say at least 2 per team, minimum 2.
Minimum 2. What if
Minimum
they
2.
out of left field bring you the 4 missile team comp here?
I don't think so. I think that armor is necessary for that strategy to work, but I'm more than willing to bet on whether or not some team someday is going to pull out 3 missiles just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it.
If I was still here and Muso was still around, you know that we would be doing that 100%.
Yeah.
You know that Muso would bring out the 3 missile 1 armor comp. What's the team that raises on now? Cherry Limeade, is it?
Cherry
They
Limeade.
could do it also. I could see it from them. I don't know if they're that insane, but I know that like
I don't
most
think
of the
they're
members
that insane.
But,
I don't think
they
they
could
are.
be. They could be.
They're insane in a different way, and I love them.
It's a threat on the horizon potentially.
We are going to see the V-Jet coming out on both sides, as well as the K-Shot, K-Gal, and an armor weapon. Although, that
No.
brush?
Now,
Is that sub-power brush? Hold the phone.
pretty sure we're about to see the return of the sub-power Octo Brush that he brought in a couple matches ago there. Which absolutely was just stunning how he utilized those beacons, just the instantaneous jumps.
Instant transmission. This is something that my team, Sub-Power Up, has been doing for a little while. Our player, Astrum. And I'm just surprised to see it in a match this high up, honestly.
They've been putting it to good use. Nice pick there coming from the brush. They're probably hoping to get control off of this, but it is hard on this map as a brush to kind of get to the zone and paint it, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Especially when you're
very.
now fighting with long ranges and missiles, just kind of seems like a little bit of a landmine situation.
Oh, also, by the way, remember how I was saying that people might go triple missile? This
So
is
we're-
triple missile.
This is triple missile.
The Octobrush Nouveau is missile. There are 3 missiles on the side of Phantom here, and they're sending all of them out at around the same time. They're trying to paint the zone. This K-Shot's trying to go in, but is just going to opt to paint. Not gonna want to fight. Not gonna want to fight. This Octobrush, every time they've tried to fight, has been borderline losing.
And this is not a good map to really fight on brush. I think like if this brush places their advantage, which is going to be the sheer amount of paint that they can put out and the sheer amount of missiles they can get out, I think that it'll make up for it. But if they keep picking 1v1s, especially near the zone, it's going to be a literal uphill battle.
And they do get the cap, they do get the penalty, and for now they have at least a little bit of time to breathe. And they're going to send out more missiles. And they're going to send out more missiles.
Absolutely riveting gameplay that missile meta has brought us here.
The rush goes in one more time, but look at how far back Rising Wave is. They don't even care. They're literally not crossing the midline. Okay, Nick finally does. But watch, Nick is about to get collapsed on.
Yeah,
Look at this brush. Ah, maybe not. Maybe backed up. Maybe just decided to back up behind the midline.
Intercepting the brush. I thought he was going to make it out of that. For a second, I believed in the power of brush, like, just the raw audacity of the weapon that he was going to make it out of that.
Not gonna be the case this time. Brush.
That's Flatwall on the ledge there. I think that just saved him.
Wait, did it really? Wow.
It was in a really weird position, but it blocked just enough of that V-Jet. I believe that's V-Jet. I almost lied. I don't think
No, you're fine.
if you're not playing the like V-Jet. pick coming here from Different. Another two kills on the board here for Different. They do have the zone. This is going to be their chance to kind of build up a lead here. Missiles are coming out from both sides.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, it's all the time. Missiles 24/7 delivered to your house directly. Amazon Prime free shipping.
Okay, I count 19 missiles from Phantom and 13 from Rising Wave. Already incredible numbers being put up, and the zone does go back. Look at how they just do not cross the midline. Players do not cross the midline. This is fascinating to me.
It's a really it's not my kind of gameplay, that's for sure, but it's really interesting gameplay to watch unfold. If I was here and I was on Brush, I'd be doing what this Brush is doing right now, which is running directly at the enemy team.
Whoa!
Nice kill. That was like that Brush fall off.
That's
more miss.
Fall
more
off
missiles.
through time and space. Could it be more missiles coming in and finally taking down one member of Rising Wave? This could be the hold! This could be the hold that they're looking for because the Brush is in good position. They do have the paint to support it. Gonna be able to go down. That's gonna be one down on either side. There's not gonna be enough paint, I don't think, to flip this zone, especially if that Booyah comes in. I think so! Gonna be Rising Wave's hold.
Okay. Penalty on the board for both teams. It was a good, solid push from Phantom there. I really put them back in the game, but there is only 50 seconds on the clock. Not a lot of time here to make mistakes.
Oh, unfortunately for Banana, they're gonna have to be so dicey staying on that zone.
It's bold. Not a lot of range on the junior, but you gotta do. It ain't much, but it's honest work out there, huh? Ooh, splat bomb kill. Nice pick. Nice pick. Ooh, he's got to paint against this Booyah though, which he does excellently. This could be the hold. This could be the hold. It's gonna be dicey.
15 ticks.
Missiles.
2 missiles coming in again. Make that 3, I think. Rising Wave finally going for the zone, and they got enough space. They back off the members of Phantom. Fortunately, one going down. The Brush coming in from the side. Is it enough? Was it enough time? Was it enough time being built up? Banana can't hold this zone. It's going to be Rising Wave's cap. They're going to hold on for right now. 2 go down on the side of Phantom, and they are going to hold this.
Different in the Brush for coming in there. Look at that zone is more than 50%. You can't lie to me. They almost got that back last second there. I was holding my breath, really.
No, for real.
I do think though half of that match, or more than like 70% of that match, was one of us saying, "Oh, missiles are coming out."
Yeah.
Interesting gameplay. Not
Very
my type of gameplay, but very, very interesting gameplay to see how things have kind of evolved, I guess, over the past few years, because meta didn't change too significantly. It's not just stagnant, but it definitely evolved. This game is what, 5, 6, 7 years? 5 years old. Okay, 5 years old, and even then, we're still kind of learning how to play weapons to their like maximum potential here, as we can see.
Update on the missile count. Rising Wave hit 20. Phantom hit 29. 12 from 3 players in that lobby. And it's
I think they could have hit 30. That's almost 10 missiles per person.
It's just fascinating. It's just fascinating, just like from a top-down perspective, just like seeing where everyone is, seeing how they don't cross the midline, seeing how they just paint the floor. That's crazy.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to be seeing something completely different here on tower control. We're going to shipyard.
Generally, we're going to see probably like some rays.
We're going to see well, yeah, this is the ray map. When you think of Sturgeon, you think of that high-pitched ray wailing. You can't deny it.
Yep, exactly. Especially those long hallways, those long areas. We're going to see double C-Jet. That Brush sticking around and going to end up going for...
The Brush has been here all night from Phantom. What I'm curious to see is this is the map where Different was pulling out some absolutely just phenomenal flanks and was just super hyper-aggressive on the shooter earlier. And I'm curious to see if he's going to bring it back to the table this time.
Trying to do the same thing generally. Going to be pairing up with Banana on this mid-ground. Not going to be able to find anything. Trying to sneak around, maybe catch one of the members of Rising Wave. Going to go up in a Booyah. This is a very precarious situation. He's isolated.
He's been doing this all night on Shipyard. He's getting to the peg, gonna go back around and assist his team here. Oh! Wanted to go back and assist his team, but Rising Wave collapsed on him, forcing him into that really narrow situation there. Not much you can do.
It's fascinating. Like, the way that Goss ended up playing that was to bait a team, bait one of the members of Rising Wave into an isolated fight where he was on the low ground, catching them as they couldn't, like, reach it exactly. And because of that, like, they had a good bind on where the tower was pushing. That's a fascinating position to hold, and it's going to net them a good position to get back into this map, and
We're
they're
about to
going
see
to
a
inkjet
fat
already.
push here. And that direct, right out the get on this inkjet, absolutely phenomenal. This is going to be a fat push here coming in from Phantom. That was a wipe going into, then an inkjet pick.
And look at how they're
Into a
staggering
red.
these specials. They just keep like putting on the pressure one little bit at a time. And the Ink Armor coming in now to make sure that people are staying alive and they can maintain this area. The members of Rising Wave are just kind of chilling up on this high ground. Unfortunately, two of them end up going down. Booyah Bomb is able to at least clear some time for the tower to not break that checkpoint. Getting it right back on though. They don't have the sustained push to keep going. Morse are going to be able to trade with that brush. I don't think they're going to be able to hold it.
This all comes back to that pick from Difference. That stagger at the start literally kicked off this push, managed to get them 3 points away from a just knockout victory. Absolutely phenomenal. Just the capitalization on aggression there from Phantom was absolutely unmatched.
Incredible stuff.
Would you say incredible or?
Anyways, Rising Wave is doing a good job here as well. They held their nerves and maintained that high ground, maintained the Booyah Bomb to keep their chances alive, and they're going to keep coming back in full force themselves. And the missiles are going to be able to take down Banana. That's a huge pick, actually. That's so much room being.
The brush though on the tower.
Ooh. They're going to be pairing up.
And that just dive out of hell from the brush there stalled them just enough there.
Oh, they're going to try. More so,
Okay.
trying to fight over on that pit. They're going to break this checkpoint. A good break. That's a good break.
Yeah,
They need
that's an important foothold, considering that they were 3 seconds away from a knockout. Really good foothold to kind of get back in the game here. I think the riskiest thing about tower control and Rainmaker is an early fat lead is going to put a lot of mental pressure onto the enemy team. Is really good suck bomb placement there, managing to save whoever was getting pushed by Banana.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be able to at least pair up. Different Banana able to pincer.
Managing to get a pick regardless. Different and Banana pairing up again, looking to terrorize the enemy team. Booyah Bomb coming out from Different. Isn't going to find a pick.
Oh! trapping the ends out, but unfortunately they cage themselves in. The brush is able to find the pick at the end, but is going to be able to get picked off.
That would have been the splash wall of the century if he had bounced off of it and died. I don't know if you saw earlier, we had 2 deaths in one match earlier today. And I think it might have been from Phantom. Don't hold me to that. 2 deaths in one match from someone killing another person with a splat wall from the same person.
I'm not surprised. Splatwall's it's a versatile sub.
Ooh, Different coming in here. Different just pairs up so well with both the brush and Banana. Like it's. Or, I'm thinking of the wrong person, not Banana. Just the pairing coming up. Am I thinking of Banana? Did I just?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're fine.
Okay, sorry. I was for 2 seconds got confused because the other team's yellow, which for some reason threw me for a loop. You know.
And the yellow team is going to be able to at least stall out Banana and make sure they take it down. For the time being, where's it on this Kegel? Gonna be trying to find Goss hiding around, and Kaido gonna be able to sneak him out.
Goss jumping out, using that splash wall just to give him just enough coverage there to escape Morsa. Morsa, though, is looking for revenge, pushing very aggressively here. This is the last 30 seconds of the match. Not a lot of time here. It's going to be putting a lot of pressure on Rising Wave. This final push is just basically going to come down to see whether they fold in this fight or not. Specials coming out, Stingray and Booyah Bomb clearing out the zone, taking out the end zap.
Oh, and Kaido was able to get on tower. They're going to be able to stay safe on tower for now. And Goss goes in a little too far and is going to get taken down by Nick. The Inkjet comes online and is going to be dancing around this tower for the time being. Only one member is going to be standing left on this tower, and it's going to be Nick. It is going to be Nick staying alive. One player is going to be coming up. 2, there's going to be bombs on the tower. There's no jumps. Phantom is able to clutch it out barely.
Oh my god!
Why?
There was so much that happened in the last 5 seconds there. Oh my god, it was an explosion of ink on both sides.
I cannot believe that they were able to maintain that for as long as they did. Holy
That
cow!
was absolutely phenomenal. The pick on that inkjet into like just juggling that tower there, so close to getting that comeback.
So close indeed. Oh, and these, you can tell, that Rising Wave, they're playing that game, they're on that last push, they're screaming their brains out, and then they lose that. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Ooh, yeah. I do think that in tower control and Rainmaker, I was talking about it earlier. It's such a good and bad mode for the mental aspect of it, because you can get such an early hard lead in both of those modes. Like, you could in clams, but I feel like it's a little bit harder due to just the limitation of how many clams will spawn at a time. But in those two modes in specific, you can just get this just really immediate hard lead, and like as the team getting pushed against, it's really easy to fold under pressure there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
it's super easy to fold.
Speaking of the other game mode that I was just talking about, Rainmaker, coming up here on Manta Maria.
I don't know.
This one's hard. This one's hard to get a good lead on now.
Phantom seems like the more explosive team, and because of that, they're going to have the advantage in a mode like this. Just like how they had an advantage last time, how they were able to play safe, play defense the entire time because they had one good push right out the bat. And Phantom's going to have to deal with double K-shot.
They've swapped out the sub power up on the Brook here, which I was expecting to see it because Manta's one of those long maps you want to, like, but also I can see why they didn't, because it's a long map. You have a lot of time to get that jump off and not be worried about it. Different coming in here, immediately picking up a kill.
Remember how I talked about that explosiveness?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Barely getting saved by the Ray as Rising Wave, but this is a really tough position to break back into. The bomb rush is going to be so oppressive from that top left area. If Goss can stay up there, it's going to get pushed out and have to dive back in. The brush is going to get taken down, but that pop is going to be really good paint for the members of Phantom. I don't know. They might be able to get this.
Really well-timed Rainmaker explosion there. Different, looking to try and get some pegs, try and get out there. Just the aggressive gameplay here.
And the bomb rush is going to be able to repop quickly. It doesn't matter if there's a Ray on. There's going to be a lot of paint. They're going to be able to dive for this. And that's a 19 push. Remember how I talked about that explosiveness? That is what we're looking for.
I was not expecting to see this. Like, I again, eating my words immediately here. Not expecting just such a powerful, strong start coming from... I thought they managed to make her off. They kept it there. Okay, they are gonna get it out. They are gonna get it out. Different though, coming in. Okay, he's going down. Different trying to stop that Rainmaker a lot sooner. If he had stopped it before that cut there, I'm pretty sure we would have seen the exact... Yeah. But Rising Wave is holding on here. They held on where it mattered the most.
Yeah, exactly. They have been keeping their chances alive, and they've been doing a good job at least, just like trying to fight back bit by bit, but these specials and these bombs are kind of tearing them apart. Nick, why are you diving in with the brush right there? That was called out. Why did you go for that? Morsa is going to be trying to fight it here as well. Going to be tipping and diving away from these shots. The leg is coming in a little bit.
Such an aggressive inkjet again, coming out there from the brush.
Oh my gosh, and it was such a well-timed one too, because now they're cleared on this top left.
They're foregoing the normal formalities of Stingray battle here to try and take out the Rainmaker. Banana trying to kind of get that dive in there. Rainmaker's in not a great position there for Phantom, but they are going to be keeping this lead alive for a lot longer. It's going to keep going. Different coming in to stop them. That bomb rush with the immediate pop.
Not gonna be able to have anyone to follow it up. That's so unfortunate. Imagine if there was one more person sharking there with Goss. That could have been so crazy.
If there was an even on that halfway putt on the map, that could have been catastrophic.
Yeah.
For Rising Wave. I think this is their time. They've got specials. They've got paint. There's an end zap down. This is their chance.
They just can't succumb to the FLC school of pushing the Rainmaker. And because every time that Phantom is going to be able to pick it up, they're going to be able to just keep going.
What's that difference doing? What's that difference doing? Here he's coming. Oh, okay.
It's the jump! Why? Why?
They didn't even give Difference a chance to come right on their parade.
Oh, they're going to have to pick it up and try and shove this thing back, or maybe let it reset? I don't know. They have to scramble because of that. Cam going to pick up this Rainmaker.
We've all been there. You can't deny that you haven't died to that jump before.
Well, yeah. Oh, this is just the worst time to do it.
This is looking to be a really good position for Phantom to be in there. The Rainmaker's in a good spot for them to defend. They've got all the points they need. They don't need to push anymore. They can sit back on their haunches just a little bit.
But if you get stuck on your haunches, like, it could be dicey.
True. They're trying to cut through cut again. Can they make? Oh, they're going. Nope. Yeah, they're still looking at cut. Going for round 2.
I feel like in Rainmaker, the best defense is a good offense, and this is why people submit to the FLC school of pushing the Rainmaker, because if you can keep the Rainmaker so far deep into their base, then they can't make pushes like this. Although the one goes down, if April can't find this next pick, oh, Nick is going to try and dive for it. Is going to be able to trade out, but I don't know if that was the right positional play. They need to try and keep this push going. They need to try and stay alive. Can Different maintain their life here? There's 2 down.
He's going to bomb rush.
But they're getting fizzled out. This is going to be dicey. There's only 20 seconds left.
They could do it. Rising Wave is still in the game here. They're going to just... Are they going to gun it? Ooh.
No, but they have the bombs to pick up. They're going to get it. Oh my god, I'm holding my breath. The missiles are going to be able to at least get the way, but they need to get this brush out of there right now. Unfortunately, Cam is going to die for it. No! 22! So close from Rising Wave. I wanted more so badly to go around that right side, around that white wall, and make that jump, but they weren't able to do it in time. And Rising Wave is going to end up going down 3-1 here in Grand Finals.
Oh. That brush there was like just the key. Like, there's not a lot of kills on the board for the brush this time, but that brush made some very key picks there at the end there.
Very key, right? And just like being such a nuisance on that wall to stall out the time just long enough for the teammates to get back in. That was so clutch.
So important. I need you to know, I almost fell out of my chair. I did break a part of it. I got a little too excited.
Wait, okay. Did you break it?
The part fell off. It's fine. We put it back together. It's a pretty good chair. We can fix her. Don't worry. It's just a problem for Eli in about 10 minutes from now.
Can I get an F in the chat for the chair? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We'll put her back together. It's got League of Legends on it. It's not that good of a chair anyways.
Rising Wave is now down 1-3. And although their gaming chairs are alright, their mentals are probably not.
Ooh, yeah, this is a really rough position to be in. They have to win the next 3 matches to take this. Crap, unless I'm doing math wrong. I could.
No, you're right.
No, they do. They do. Okay. That's a really, really tough spot to be in. Having to sit there, look at the next 3 maps and go, all right, team, you don't want to hear this, but we have to win.
Exactly. And when you're playing to win, it's so much more of a different mentality than playing to play well.
This mode, specifically this Clan Blitz match, is going to be a test to see if Rising Wave is going to crack under pressure or if they're going to be able to hold on.
Right, exactly. And, like, if anywhere to test your mettle it's here. On Clan Blitz P-Pit, where one mistake can just mean the world is ending. Right? And it's so back and forth.
Pump the brakes. Are we calling it P-Pit now?
I've always called it P-Pit.
Oh, okay, that's just you. It's not like a... Okay. Different getting a pick here right early. Going to look and get another one. This is a really early push, just harassing them.
That poor soul! Oh, that poor soul! And remember how I say that there's one mistake can just mean that the world is ending? Here comes the push, and here comes the specials continually for the members of Phantom. They're going to be able to keep this momentum going, splitting completely the members of Rising Wave. And that's already 50. This is so early on!
Ooh, that mental is weighing hard on... If there was a point to pick to say that there is a mental weight on this match, it's that push immediately. They did get a good cleanup. That's a wipe, though. That was a wipe on Phantom's side. So Rising Wave coming in again, just to correct me real quick with, no, we're still in this. Don't worry, Eli. We still have a few tricks up our sleeve.
Oh boy. Can they do it? They've got things set under control. Unfortunately, there are a lot of members that seem to be in mid and at their base, and they're going to be able to make the clam! Can they do it? I can't... Where is Rising Wave? They're so split up!
Oh, that's one of the hardest things about Chrono Pit being such a long map is if someone just sneaks in and you aren't able to jump back, if you don't have a beacon or a teammate back there, you're just done in the water. Oh, 8 points left. That's not a lot of points that you want to... Ooh. Not a lot of points that you want to see there on the board there. They're kind of looking to try and get a pick here.
Oh my gosh.
The Stingray pressuring Nikaido, managing to let Different pick up the kill here.
The assist from downtown!
They're going to lose this power clamp. Different guy off of the stage. Oh my god, different.
Boot out for good luck. They only need few more clams to get this one ended. Is this going to be the final push of SOS 77? And it is. Phantom
I feel like
is
I just
your
watched
champion.
a campaign for harassment happen on stream.
Yeah.
Give the man some room. Oh my god. I have never seen a situation that jumping off might have just been faster.
Jumping off
Absolutely
might have been faster.
phenomenal aggressive gameplay there coming out from Phantom. They really just like carried that momentum from game 1. They might have lost game 2, but they kept that momentum going for the rest of the matches. And I think that's what really kind of let them kind of stay above Rising Wave here, was that just sheer momentum and aggression.
Right, especially on maps that are long and windy with a lot of twists and turns and ways that you can sneak around, which is where Different was being different.
He was being different, and it played to, like, if you look here, all of their victories, well, most of, or on those really long maps, like Sturgeon, Maria, and P-Pit, I guess, if that's what you want to call it.
Whatever,
Are
dude.
they really long maps? And Different was like bringing something completely new to the table. Haven't seen like frontline gameplay in such a specific way like that in a while there. I think it really just kind of threw Rising Wave's backline off of their rhythm there.
Exactly. Oh, I believe that we have somebody's reinvested our VC.
I thought I called pest control earlier.
77.
No, I think they're back. 77.
77.
77.
70.
Kraken, is there anything that you want us to say? Anything that you want to say before we call it off for the night?
Well, we already let him say something. It was 77.
You do your thing. I'm just here to creep and shout 77.
Terrifying. Thank you.
77.
So, Eli, I'm glad that you were back on the mic tonight. It was great to hear your voice
what
again.
a great set of matches to come back to. After taking a nice 2-year break, you guys really just gave me a run for my money, huh? There's a little bit of bullying going on here with the matches that I was set up with, huh?
Exactly. No, we wouldn't have it any other way. So, with that being said, where can the good people find you?
Well, good people can find me on Twitter and Twitch at undusk with an underscore at the end. I am getting back into Splatoon. There might be a comeback. We might see NA's worst best brush player with a record of 26 ballers in one match come back.
Oh.
And what
I'm
about?
glad.
I mean, everyone knows where you are, Magic. But for the sake of making me look a little less lonely here, where can the good people find you?
Okay. At Magic_Octo on Twitter and on TikTok. Follow the TikTok. Posting twice a day.
Oh, you're on TikTok now.
Oh yeah. Oh
What are you
yeah.
posting
That's a
it-
recent
what-
development.
Oh, okay. Are you doing those TikTok dances?
No, never.
Ah,
Maybe.
Shame. You should.
Maybe.
You should. I think there's some capital to be made there on TikTok dances.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, that is going to do it from all of us here at IPL for this lovely Wednesday night. Swim or Sink 77.
77.
77.
Thank you so much to Vapor for streaming. Thank you so much to all of the TOs in the IPL staff chat, where I'm going to go harass them after this. And thank you everyone for watching. That's going to do it for us. Have a great night.
77!